Hey, no plugging your show on my show.
All right,
It's
never
Thursday
do it again.
night and it's Almost Human Live, and all three of us went to movie theaters tonight. We just got home
Yeah,
to give you our review of Iron Maiden's Burning Ambition. Are we online there, Wayne?
we are here.
All right, cool. So, yeah, man, I made the mistake of, because I was like, well, I mean, this theater here is showing at 6:30. It's a little further, but I forgot. It's just, you know what, man? I just hate malls. I just hate
Ooh,
malls.
you got a movie theater in a mall? My God,
The bigger the
Mine's in the
mall,
ball too.
really?
the bigger the mall, the more I hate it. Because it took me, I parked, I couldn't find the theater forever. It was on the other side of the mall, so I fucking had to, I bought my ticket. I walked back to my car to get closer parking, which I thought was
Damn.
closer, but it was closer, but it was a pain in the fucking ass. But lucky for me, it started at 6:30. I got there around 5:30ish. So I did a lot of shit in an hour, after I bought my ticket. But yeah, it was an ordeal and a half. I should have gone to the one closer to my house, but we would have started later because that one started at 7:30.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah, I don't want that.
so was it a
Perfect
mission?
there.
Was it a mission for you guys tonight?
No, it was
My,
more of a mission for me to get Chipotle than it was for me to go to the movie theater.
mine was at a mall too, but you could pull right up like the mall. You could pull right up from the outside, and the parking's right there. It's 10 feet. And first thing, you don't have to walk through the mall to get to it. It's like right first door you go into. But I thought it was starting at I figured 6:30, have a half an hour of previews,
That's
and
what I thought too. Yeah.
so we're fucking dicking around in the parking lot, smoking a joint, and go in a little late. And then right when we walk in, they were talking about Derek Riggs. So I was like, oh fuck, how much did I miss? You know?
Holy shit,
Yeah.
you did. You
You
missed.
missed a lot.
You missed a lot.
I talked to a guy, a bunch of my friends were there. I said, yo, how much did I miss? Because I didn't see him even talk about Dennis
Half the
Stratton. So
movie.
I was thinking, oh, the Dennis Stratton thing must have been happening then. But he said I only missed like 4 minutes.
Man, it seemed longer than that, man.
Why? What was it? Well, how did the movie open? What was the very first thing they did?
Wasn't it like recent footage? No,
I believe.
it actually was a compilation of old and new. And what was the
Yeah,
song they were playing? I can't remember now.
I don't remember.
They opened with a song, a popular song, and then, it just showed them through the years. And then they talked a little about Maiden before they went to the old days.
Mm,
But
yeah.
they didn't mention anybody that wasn't in Maiden
Oh no,
before the first album. Not even that drummer on
on the
Sound Out
Soundhouse. Yeah.
not mentioned. Um, and they didn't really mention why Dennis Stratton was out of the band. They kind of alluded
Mm-mm.
to it, talking about, oh, Steve Harris had a vision. If you don't have that vision, you ain't gonna come
Yeah.
along for the ride. And while he's saying that, they show a picture of Dennis Stratton saying Dennis Stratton, 1979, 1980. So
Yeah.
that's their way of saying it, but no mention of Paul Diano's death.
And Clive Burr,
I
like
was
they said
shocked.
something
Yeah.
like "rest in peace," but did they
Yeah.
mention about him leaving the band? Because I seen them talking about Clive Burr, but then all of a sudden they were like, and then Nico came, and they just like, oh
Yeah,
no, no,
They just brushed past it really quick.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
almost like the same thing with Paul Diano. Like he didn't want to, really. I
Well,
mean, he wanted to be there, but
they spent a little time on why Paul wasn't there no more.
yeah.
yeah,
They didn't
yeah. I think
spend no,
that was the most. Yeah.
they didn't spend no time on Clive.
Mm-mm.
Why he was gone. He was gone because he was fired.
Mm.
You know. See, you watch our show tonight. We'll fill in the blank.
Yeah, this
Clive
was a
Burr.
very. I mean, I know it's a movie about Iron Maiden, and all the fans that were on this movie, are huge fans of Iron Maiden. Which some of those fans were very annoying, by the way. Especially that one
Yeah,
girl that thought Eddie was cute. Just shut the fuck up and get out
yeah.
of here already. And Eddie's not cute, all right. But
And one
but
of those girls, like the young looking girl, she's on my Facebook, that girl.
oh, that girl. I'm sorry.
Oh, oh, no, I don't think that wasn't the same girl though.
All right. I
Well, there
don't know
was
what
a,
other younger girl there was on there.
well,
I'm not sure.
there was a young girl in there, and she talked. I forgot what was she saying. Was she the one who said Eddie? I can't remember.
I don't know. You know, there was a younger at the end of the movie. It showed like all the people that were like the fans of the band, and there was a little girl there, but she wasn't in the movie at all. She didn't do say anything. So I was, where the hell did she come from? I have no idea.
Yeah, she made the credits, but her part got cut out of
I
the
guess so.
documentary part.
That was
I
strange.
thought that was a wasted ending. Just to skip ahead really quick, was that, they're playing the song Iron Maiden,
Hmm.
and it's like from 2026, and they show you the quick big Iron Maiden, but then they just kind of just showing the regular show, and then it goes into the credits, and they start showing those people, the fans singing. They
Yeah.
should have used that time to just flash all the different giant eddies throughout the years. Like, I thought that would have been a kind of cool thing, because it's the final song. Let's see these big giant eddies. Instead, it's like these people you don't know singing along at a
Right,
table
right.
to a song. It's like, who the fuck?
Except for
I didn't
Caden.
like that.
Caden was there, and that was pretty cool to
Yeah,
have
oh, that
him.
was awesome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
anybody cheer in your crowd there when he
Yeah,
popped up?
my friend that I was
Your
with,
friend?
Greg, he
Because there was a couple of people of mine that cheered. I was like, oh, cool. People actually know who he is.
my friend Greg cheered, and I'm like, dude, stop it, man, you're embarrassing me. Uh, you know what
I yelled, I went boo when Tom Morello came up.
Oh my god!
But then I also
Why?
said,
Why
"Oh
is
my
he
god!"
there?
Then I said, "Oh my god, Kiss" when Gene Simmons came.
uh,
I guess Tom Morello's the new Dave Grohl because he seems to be everywhere now.
I can't stand that motherfucker.
I can't either. I don't know what he's doing on an Iron
I
Man
can't stand him.
documentary.
Anyway, what I did like though was after the fans stopped singing, they went to the Diano version. When the screen was just credits, they played the original Diano version, which how it should have been, you know.
Yeah,
And look, it's a great movie for people that aren't fanatic like us. But I'll tell you all right now, if you own the early years, that
exactly.
That's
that the documentary for fans.
You think that's why they skipped over like so much shit, because they figure, oh, everybody knows what happened to Dennis Stratton, everybody knows what happened to Clyde Barr. Oh yeah, and Paul Diano just died. So it's like they just kind of figured, all right, only fans are coming out to this, so why waste time on stuff that they already know,
I
I
think so. It
guess.
also helps people that aren't familiar with the band too. It's just a quick, little, easy thing to get into, I guess. So,
And they
um,
should add a balance. Like when they had the Blaze era,
hmm,
you had them talking about, well, a lot of people didn't like it, but then they showed like the fans and stuff, and they were all like, dude, that shit was great. The Blaze era, those are two fantastic albums. They should have balanced it. They should have had me there. Going, no, that album sucked. But I will agree, there is a guy that said Blaze was awesome live, and that is 100% true. I saw the X Factor tour, and he was amazing. Forget about the records. That guy fucking poured his heart out, man. He kicked a lot of ass. I was
I
very.
thought I thought he got a good segment. I thought they gave him a good segment, even though, I mean,
a lot
it
more
was
than I thought they
quick.
did. Or,
Yeah, it was quick,
yeah.
but they gave him a decent little thing. And I seen he was at the premiere, and he was taking pictures with the rest of the guys from Maiden, Bruce and stuff. That was pretty cool to see him up there.
I'll tell you what I noticed what they did purposely, and I'm glad they did. You didn't see no stupid, annoying dancing from Janik.
No, and somebody mentioned that too when he joined, and he was in the studio or whatever, and somebody said no
Yeah, he was in
dancing
the
in here.
studio.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
no
twirl around or
dancing,
something.
no dancing or something. But they didn't show every time they showed footage of Janik, he's just up there playing,
Yeah.
or he's on his
Fuck that.
knee.
I paid $20 to see him twirling on the big screen, man. I
Yeah.
was disappointed.
You know what's funny too? When Adrian left, and then they cut to that studio section again, and they're talking about Yannick joining the band, and they cut to Steve Harris, and he's like swallowing, like, "Oh Christ, what's gonna happen?" type thing, and he did it again with Blaze Bailey joining the band, and it cuts to him, and he's like, you could see, he's like, it's like, oh God. I thought that was funny. I don't know if they did that purposely to make it look like he doesn't know what's going to happen with the band now with these people in the band, but it was pretty funny. But you really didn't learn anything new here.
No,
I think it was
nothing.
good. It was too much Iron Maiden, almost like they didn't do anything wrong throughout their whole entire career in a way. Everything was just so good. And it was like you said, there was no anybody doing any counterpoints to anything. Everything was just Iron Maiden's the best band in the entire world type thing, which kind of annoys me a little bit because I like to hear both sides of the story.
The one thing they did focus on that they never focused on before is when Bruce cut himself on Rock and Rio.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah, I have that show. I know about
Yeah.
it, but I've never heard anybody talk about, and they went into this whole thing about Bruce getting cut on the show and shit.
Mm.
I like that they showed that magazine cover
Yeah,
from Rock and Reel magazine cover with the blood down his face. That was cool.
yeah.
I
So
was disappointed in a couple things. One thing is they're showing you clips from like behind the Iron Curtain. Like I get it. Yeah, talk about that little thing really quick that happened, but there's no extra footage that like different footage from that era that and even that trip, there must have been some extra footage. I didn't like seeing like stuff that I've already seen. And even like stuff from Life After Death, they could have found other clips. There's got to be other footage from that tour that's not the exact same shit that we've seen.
Mm.
And the other thing is the sound. I like when you seen the Becoming Led Zeppelin, that sound was just like booming to me. And I like the whole sound all around. Like this seemed more like it was watching a documentary, and there was only like twice in the movie where the sound really kicked in. When they went to Number of the Beast, it kind of seemed like they cut off the documentary sound, and all of a sudden it was loud for a few minutes. And they did
Mm.
it again, I think, for How Be Thy Named, and they were both like live versions of it. But then the rest of the time, it sounded like nothing special. Like you're
Yeah.
thinking in the theater, it's gonna be really
Yeah, it sounded
powerful. Like
bootleggish in a way.
yeah, like that Led Zeppelin, that sounded incredible in the theater.
Mm.
And
I didn't get to
the
see
The Pink Floyd Animals thing, that was amazing. Just like this didn't seem like it had like that surround sound even like kind of to it. Nothing like
Yeah, it
special
was
about the sound at
very
all.
very lo-fi sound coming through there. I was a little shocked too. I thought that was just my theater though, because that's happened before.
no,
That's
my theater was the same. It wasn't loud.
Mm. Where is all the chat people tonight? Nobody's talking in here. I got
They're
one guy
not there.
saying a bunch of nonsense, and then I never liked Maiden as much with Yannick as without him.
We'll join the club.
Yeah.
How about seeing Nico wearing a King Diamond shirt? I've never seen
Oh
that
Yeah,
before.
yeah. So
That
that
was fucking cool.
that was pretty cool.
yeah, white King Diamond shirt. I noticed that.
Steve Harris was wearing a Queensryche shirt. He probably wanted Jeff Tate instead of Blaze Bailey at the time to join. But I remember seeing a picture of Bruce wearing a Voivod shirt, and I always thought that was cool. Like you wouldn't think they would like some of those kind of bands, but it's cool to see that there must be sort of fans if they're wearing a shirt.
Well, the
Yeah,
worst
yeah,
was
you hope so.
remember somewhere in time. Was it somewhere in time? Or Seven's son Adrian was wearing a Vinnie Vincent Invasion shirt
Huh.
in the album. Like there's a picture of him in the album with the Vinnie Vincent, and another one with Nico. Well, you saw it in the movie, him wearing an LA Gun shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did show that too. But I did like LA Guns at that time. I thought their first album was great. After that, they sucked balls.
Mm.
They sucked on LA Guns.
Never liked them.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first
me
album was
neither.
pretty good. It's all right.
It's all right. Just like the documentary. It's okay. I'm glad I
Yeah,
went to go see it.
yeah.
I don't think you have to go see it in a movie theater. I would wait until it comes out on DVD or whatever.
But I saw they already announced it.
Yeah. There's a
It's
pre-order.
coming out the last day of this year, December 31st, 2026.
Huh.
They're
Oh,
releasing it on
that long?
4K.
I'm sure there's going to be extra footage added to it and stuff like that. So
That
Yeah.
was another complaint is like we were already talking about having Tom Morello and stuff, but every fucking metalhead out there would want to be, you could have got a million other bands instead of having that one actor talking about him every few minutes. It's like, who the fuck cares with that? Have him for a second. But then you got a million other metals, you know, legends that would probably want to be part of it. Where's like Rob Halford talking about him? Where's,
right.
you're getting these fucking
I mean,
jabronis
Lars
over
was
here.
in there, which I didn't
Oh
know he
yeah,
was in there.
Lars.
I mean, it's cool to
But
have him in there, but
hey,
he's
thank God Eddie Skunk wasn't there.
he wasn't there. But at the end, isn't he the one that was talking about Nico retiring? Wasn't that him overdubbing on
I
that?
don't know. I don't know.
I think his voice was on there at least,
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
which was a shame. that kind of ruined the movie. Um, what else was there? Shit, I don't even remember now at this point.
They should have talked about Sharon Osbourne and the eggs.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, they
fucking
did not
huge
bring that up
thing.
either.
That should have been mentioned. That's a good
Oh,
one. Yeah.
that's all politics. Why that wasn't mentioned?
Hmm.
You do that, and Sharon will sue or some shit. You know that has a lot to do with politics. But
I guess Eddie Trunk had interviewed Steve Harris during the week, and he was saying Steve Harris was saying how they had no control over this. This was somebody else from the outside doing a
Right.
documentary, and that's the total opposite of the early years DVD. You know that they had full control on that, and that was done perfectly. That has so much detail. That's like reading a book,
Right.
basically when you watch that DVD.
yeah,
But
that,
this one they kind of just let it go, and it seems it's kind of good for what it is. It's just an extra DVD to the 100 other official Iron Maiden DVDs out there.
Hmm.
It ain't gonna kill you to watch it, but I didn't go into it expecting much. I was from what I seen, I'm like, okay, it's another documentary. So I didn't go in with high hopes, and so it's kind of what I thought. I just wished it sounded better. That would have
Yeah.
made, and maybe some longer music clips, would have
Hmm.
been cool.
Yeah. I thought in
we
between stuff because in the background there were some songs that they were playing, but they weren't like the actual songs from the albums. They were like maybe like from practices or something. I thought that was kind of cool and that stuff. I don't know where they got all that from.
there was a part where they were rehearsing, and I don't know if you guys caught it. They were playing Gates of Babylon from Rainbow. I think it was when Nico first
Oh,
and they were rehearsing. It
Uh,
was a backstage thing, a sound check thing, and they were playing Gates of Babylon.
hmm.
I was
they
like,
were doing Deep Purple during
Yeah,
that
that
wedding
wedding
clip.
thing.
They
Yeah.
were
well, that
playing that
that's been
wedding.
available forever. That was on.
Yeah, yeah,
That was on that. What was it? Behind the Iron Curtain. That was on that home video with
yeah.
Bruce going. You can't play synthesizers with.
Synthesized. Yeah,
I can't believe they put that part in the movie. You know?
yeah. It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny hearing it all these years later because Bruce has had synthesizers on his solo stuff and
Bruce,
Iron Maiden uses.
Maiden had synthesizers on the next album after he said
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, not that
He said that
much
during
longer.
Power Slave. The next album
Hmm.
fucking had synthesizer guitars.
That's funny. That line from back then, you can't play heavy metal with synthesizers. Like that was something I believed in. Like I remember not liking the next Dio album around that time because it was so synthesized, I thought at the time, and I started like really if I heard it anywhere, I didn't like it, for a good couple of years. I was like, yeah, fuck that instrument. But people learned to use it in a better way, I think, as time went on.
Yeah, I think so. I wish they would have went into more of the albums a little bit more, especially with Somewhere in Time with the synthesizers and
They they
some
they
stuff like
did
that.
they totally breezed Peace of Mind.
Piece of yeah, they pretty much did it with every
Well,
album.
they had the one Eddie in the straitjacket scene going with what the
Yeah,
Trooper
but
was playing,
Yeah,
I
but they didn't
guess.
talk anything about it.
yeah, but they were talking about
Yeah.
Number of the Beast, and then they were talking about Power Slave.
Mm.
Yeah, they showed imagery.
They pretty much used that for Nico's like section, I think, is like because they were focused on Nico joining the band at that point. So the whole Peace of Mind was kind of his little section, I guess.
Mm.
Nico's playing gigs. They're all friends of mine are in his band. They're called Titanium Tart.
Oh yeah.
Every one of them they're all local musicians that we're all friends, and they always play like 3-4 gigs around Florida.
Mm.
So they are playing.
Yeah, I seen footage. Something came up recently on YouTube where he was just playing a local show down there.
One of the greatest singers ever, Paolo. The guy, sick. I'm telling you, he hits the highest of high notes. He's insane. He can do anything. He's like one of the most amazing singers ever. And he's with Nico. And then Mike is a fucking guitar wizard, George Lynchish. The bass player Rob is a total Steve Harris clone. He even does that. That shit. They got and then Adam from Premonition on guitar. So yeah, it's a solid lineup. And I've seen them play with Nico, and they're gonna play again. I might go. I don't know.
How did they all become friends with Nico?
Because Nico lives down here,
Right, right.
and one of Nico's best friends is this guy called Jim. And Jim is friends with all these people. That's all they all.
Um,
Jim is a great dude. Jim was the guy that got Bobby Gustafson to play guitar solo on our version of Overkill's Hammerhead.
all right.
He's just a cool dude. I've become good friends with Bobby, and Nico. I see him all the time. I never bother him,
Mm,
because the first time I met him, he came and done this radio show that I used to be part of, and there I took pictures. He saw my shit. It was all, but I've seen him 100 times after that, and everybody's clamoring. I'm like, I'm gonna leave Nico alone.
right, right.
But I always see the guy. But if you go to Rock and Roll Ribs' restaurant, he's never there, ever. Like even though the I told like the 10th time I was there, I tell the waitress, "Hey, does Nico ever come by?" She's like, "He never comes by. He's only there for the anniversary shows." They have anniversary shows where there's actual bands that play under a tarp. Like he's had Ripper Owens there, he's had Joey Belladonna, he's had Pat Travers. He's had some big names come down. They all do a jam.
That's what I think I just seen. I just seen something with like a little outside thing, but it was
Yeah, it might have
this
been that.
place.
And I tell everybody, man, I don't think I've ever had better ribs than Rock and Roll Ribs. I think they make the best ribs ever. So if you're ever down Sample Road in Florida, you should hit Rock and Roll Ribs, man. It's fucking awesome. But you ain't gonna meet Nico. And the whole restaurant is all Maiden paraphernalia, like the gold albums. There's even the Mummy Eddie at the door.
Mm.
And, there's just a bunch of memorabilia everywhere. And there's a TV there that's constantly playing Maiden. I'm sure the people that work there go nuts. Like, God damn, I gotta listen to Iron Maiden all fucking day.
I'm sure.
I told you, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that my Nico story on the show when we did our Iron Maiden episodes. But before big tour, he used to take his band McBrain Damage, and it had your friend Dave Spitz from Black Sabbath
Yeah.
in the band, and he had uh, he had a good band, and they play like 5 or 6 shows before a big tour for his warm up before starting to play with Maiden again, or maybe even before the Maiden warm ups or whatever. But just to get like kind of loose, and he played like all Maiden songs, and Dan Spitz was in the town where I went, and it was this little tiny club, and it wasn't advertised much. It wasn't like packed. It was like 100 people, and afterwards, he hung out and talked with everybody, signed everybody's shit, and it was fucking cool as hell. Got pictures with him and really awesome. And I told the story where I was talking to Dave Spitz. I went to this famous show in New Jersey at the Meadowlands on Somewhere in Time tour where when we walked outside after the show, it was like a riot was going on. There was cars flipped over and lit on fire. And as we were walking out, I'm 16 years old at the time, and all of a sudden these bottles just come flying our way and smashing right by us. We're like, whoa, just like these little kids kind of coming out of the show. And we're just like seeing fires and stuff. It was really crazy. Anyway, there's a big write up about it, and you can look it up right now. It's the riot in the swamp, they call it. But these people went the next day to visit their car, one of the cars that were flipped over. They had to see if there's anything they could get out of it the next day and claim the car or whatever. But I always heard that Dave Spitz's car got flipped over in the parking lot that day too.
No,
So as I'm sitting,
it was actually Dan. I
well,
know,
when
I know the story. It was Dan Spitz's car that was flipped over at that riot.
Well, they must have went together or something because I
Oh,
always used
yeah,
to hear that
probably.
it was Dave. I heard it was Dave Spitz, but I told the story to Dave Spitz as I was meeting him. I was like, yo, I was at that show at the Meadowlands. Is it true that it was your car that was flipped over? And he was like, oh my God. He's like, Nico, I've never told you this story. And in front of like everybody, Dave Spitz told Nico the story about how they came out and his car was fucking on fire and stuff. So it was
Oh, so
pretty cool. Like
Dan. See, the thing is, Dan must have went with him.
that's what I was saying. They probably were together, you
Yeah, they
know.
were
But
together, but the news story said Dan Spitz because he was the popular one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
But that was great, that show. Like Nico did this thing. It was such a low ceiling, and there was all these pipes and stuff. So Nico stood up. He was playing this crazy drum solo, standing up, hitting it from behind, and like walking in front of the drums and still playing it. Then he just started playing on all the pipes and stuff and walking around. It was fucking awesome. Really, really intimate. A really awesome experience that I was so glad that I went when I went, because I didn't know what to expect. I'm like Nico, but no other guys from Maiden or whatever. I didn't know who else he had with him, but unbelievable show. Played all classics, not just like Iron Maiden songs too. He played a bunch of different stuff. Really cool.
Very cool.
I
So
don't have
what's up in the
experience like that.
penis gallery?
Nothing. Why are you guys so quiet tonight? Usually there's just chatter all night long, and then there's nothing today. Maybe they're offended you call them the penis gallery.
Because they didn't see the Maiden album and they're just sitting there listening to us.
I guess so.
To get all the information. And by
They're
the
on
way,
strike until you give them a better nickname. They're on strike.
there is spoiler alerts. At the end of the movie, Han Solo dies.
Oh shit! I left
Eddie-
before that happened.
Eddie killed him. Yep. And
There was
Darth
no
Vader-
after credit thing, right? I didn't stay till the credits.
No,
Yeah, me neither.
I left when they started, just the credits. I stayed for the fans singing.
Yeah.
And then I left.
Just tuned in. So is it worth the watch?
Yeah, when it's on Amazon, sure.
Yeah,
But-
watch it. Yeah. Yeah,
On
and
Netflix.
goddamn, man, it was 1950 something to get in. Fucking prices. Oh,
It's so ridiculous.
And even worse, water, $6.25. I literally took out a $5 bill expecting change. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get a bottle of water, $6.26. I was like, fucking A, man.
I always put a bottle in my wife's purse. A bottle goes right in my wife's purse before we go in.
I know if my wife would have went with me, we would have had Chipotle in her bag, but no. I couldn't put a burrito in my pocket.
But I went like this. I went barefoot.
Oh,
to the
good.
theater.
Was it packed? Was there a lot of people in there?
No,
'Cause mine was
maybe-
almost sold out. There was only one row.
Really? No,
Yeah.
mine had like maybe
Mine too.
15 people, maybe.
15. Wow.
Yeah, the most.
Yeah, some guy in mine was wearing an Eddie mask. He was walking around with it on. That was kind of funny.
I was gonna do that. I had this when I was ready to go, but
That might have been the mask he had too. I think it was.
Well,
I
I
got
went
that in the power
went
sleeve.
barefoot on the way. I stepped on glass, and then I walked a little more, and I stepped in dog poop. I was like, dude, this sucks. But then the worst happened. I walked by a barbecue, and there was coal, and I didn't know they were fresh. So I stepped on coal. The little fucking brisket, they were hot. So yeah, it's been a bit. But hey, I'm no poser. I went barefoot. I just got to go to the hospital tomorrow to get new feet.
Almost Human Rules. Also, you guys are confirming what I was kind of suspecting from the trailer. Yeah, basically, if you've seen the trailer, you kind of know how the rest of the movie's going to go, I believe.
Yeah,
in my theater, they sell those special buckets keep coming out for all these things. You got the Jaws bucket and there's Godzilla ones, and they had a bucket when I was walking in. I was like, oh my god! I thought it was for sure it was Senjutsu Eddie, but it was for the new Mortal Kombat. So it's like a fucking, it's like this weird skull like thing, but it looked like the Oriental like armor and stuff and like horns sticking out. I was like, whoa! They got a fucking Eddie bucket. I was getting ready to fork over money, but no.
I'm surprised they did. They had a
Kombat.
ghost bucket when Ghost did their movie. Did they spend a lot of time on Paul? I mean,
no,
not as much.
3 minutes max.
Yeah.
no, they didn't spend a lot of time on Paul, man. You know, and the previews that I got were fucking horrible. It's like I would not pay to see this stupid movie they're showing.
There was no previews on mine.
Yeah, mine had like all these previews of shitty movies.
Really?
One movie was about I couldn't believe it. There's a movie coming out about food allergies. I swear to God. It was food allergies and all these people being interviewed about food allergies and then like the people that are suffering food allergies, they gotta they got to work on their self-esteem because people look down on them because they have food allergies.
What?
Yes, there's type it up. Put in movie 2026 food allergies.
I believe it, but why are people gonna look down on somebody because they got a food allergy? That's kind of stupid.
No, I don't know. I do that. You know, if I'm hanging out with somebody who says, "Look, I can't eat fucking egg whites," I start chuckling, pointing at it.
And then you order egg whites, right?
You got a stupid ass stomach. That's what I say. I say to them that.
See,
I
if know
worked with a
somebody-
guy with peanut allergy,
I-
the peanut
I look-
fucking allergies. I used to line up a thing of peanuts like by my work area and be like, I just point at it every time you come near it. Be like, dude, I can't even breathe that stuff.
That's scary
Yeah.
though. One of our friends' kids has that. And it's scary. He almost got sick one time.
What was his food allergy?
Peanut allergy.
What a pussy.
Yeah. He's only 10 years old.
I look down on people with food allergies. I respect anybody else. I respect the retards,
Yeah.
but I don't respect people with food allergies.
Yeah. In the
When I was
80s,
a little
saw
kid, I hate. Oh,
Go
sorry. I really go on the food allergy thing. Is when I was a kid, I hate mustard and mayonnaise to this day. So I used to just tell everybody I was allergic to it. That way, if they put it on my burger by accident, I'm gonna fucking shout and yell and scream. So I used to just tell everybody, yeah, I'm allergic to that, and then make sure that they didn't fucking give it to me.
Why do you hate mustard and mayo? Did something bad happen when you had it when you were younger or something?
I'm my food eating is bizarre. It's like I don't eat any condiments on. Like I get a cheeseburger, it's just the cheese, the burger, and the bun. No pickles, no tomatoes,
No ketchup?
anything you could. No, I'd never eaten ketchup in my life. Never ate
What?
mayonnaise. Never ate mustard. Sauerkraut. You name it, pretty much. It's like nothing that I really put on anything. Hot dogs, just like plain with the, or I put like chili sauce on it or something, but I don't put any condiments.
That's
Condiments are for fucking posers.
that's interesting.
Yeah, man. When I eat a cheeseburger, I put fucking jelly on it.
Jelly.
Yeah,
Now, what kind of jelly?
green jelly.
In the 80s, I saw a dude and his date sneak snacks into a movie theater in a guitar case. Why would you go to a movie theater with a guitar case? Did they talk about the audition process and how they settled on Blaze? Not really.
Nope.
Food allergy, the movie popcorn.
Steve said something about having like 500 tapes to go through. or
Wasn't
something
Warrell
like that.
Dane one of them? I think Warrell Dane.
He
was
didn't
one.
say who other choices were. Like Ralph said, they said he had like a bunch of tapes to go through, but he didn't really mention anything.
He did say
else.
something about wanting to get somebody that wasn't known,
Yeah, it wasn't
or,
known,
but
yeah.
had some kind of stage present or stage experience, but not somebody that was really well known.
Yeah. Food allergy, the movie popcorn bucket for the win. How would you compare this new Iron Maiden documentary to the last Kiss documentary, Kisstory?
That was-
History was awesome.
Kiss one was
yeah,
good.
History. A lot of people hated History. I loved it. I liked it more than the Maiden one for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought
there's
it
a
was
lot.
great. I thought it was really well done. Yeah, a lot of people hate it because we know most of those stories, but all that footage I never seen before. I thought it was
Yeah, the footage was great. The only bad thing is like I watched it last year outside. I went like right after Ace died. I was outside of my big screen and I watched like 6 hours of it. And I must have heard Cold Gin like 6 times. It's like every hour some of those same songs got repeated from the different live shows. But I'm glad they weren't cut out, because you didn't want one version that be cut one song. It was cool that it was all added, but you got a lot of doubles of songs. That was the only thing. So it's not meant to really be watched in one sitting, the History. You should watch like one show and then go back to it for the next one.
Yeah, that's a big undertaking. Lesson of the day: condiments are for posers and food allergies are for pussies. Yes, that is correct.
You got to be a real man. When I go to the drive-through and I say, I want a burger, spit in it. Give it that special sauce. You know what I'm saying? That special minimum wage sauce. Like a man. Don't put no ketchup. Just spit in it.
Exactly want your mayonnaise. I don't want your mother because they can hide that spit right in that shit.
That's
You got no
gross.
fucking condiments. You take a quick little peek. You can see if there's any goobers, there's boogers on that shit. You know it, and you go right back in and you kill the motherfucker. But if there's nothing there, if you don't got all that extra shit, you just eat it. You're all good. You don't have to play games like that. You know.
It's in my drink too. Hey, look,
Again, I bring
piss in
in,
your
I
drink.
sneak in my bottled water. I sneak in my bottled water with the cap not cracked. That way, not getting poisoned.
Dio's here.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
fine.
10 o'clock. He said he was coming.
Yep, I made it.
Hi, Dio.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Well,
Ooh.
we talked about what we felt. What'd you feel about the movie?
Man, I thought it was well done. The animation, the 3D animation of Eddie was just amazing. The whatever, however they do it with um AI or whatever they do.
CGI.
That CGI, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was very, very cool. I thought it covered pretty much everything. Um, I mean, there was a few things they didn't touch on that would have been cool. You know, maybe like they touched about Bruce's condition. It would have been nice to maybe have mentioned what they did for Clive Burr, you know, with his ALS struggle and for how they helped Paul Diano there at the end when he had the surgeries and stuff. Because they really didn't say anything about either one of those guys dying. One of the members didn't mention that they just said Clive Burr rest his soul.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Like, no mention of Paul dying, no mention of Sharon Osbourne and the eggs. That would have
Well,
been
that's kind of silly anyway. That's just giving Sharon some screen time that we don't need to know about, really. Yeah, people,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
but what Tony
I,
was saying about the 3D uh uh AI kind of stuff, I thought that was kind of horrible. Like it looked
I
really
thought so
dated
too.
to me. Like I see
I
stuff
thought it
on
was
YouTube
cool.
and on I mean it was cool, it's fucking Eddie, but it's like it looked kind of like that game that came out years
Well,
ago,
that's
you know?
what
It had
when
like that
when
Right,
the
old
the
right.
first
kind of
one, the
video
very
game
first
look.
one they showed, I thought it was from Ed Hunter, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
That's what it, but it kind of seemed like it's a bit dated.
It's very old
I see
animation
stuff
looking.
on you could watch these things on Instagram. So it's like all the Iron Maiden albums come to life and stuff, and it's like it is crystal clear, and it's that AI stuff, but it's fucking pretty awesome looking. I've been watching these every time I put on YouTube, there's like a new Star Wars movie. They made all these books of Star Wars in between the original three movies and the later three movies. There's like 100 books, and somebody's been making them into movies on YouTube. And it's like you're watching it, and it's a young Mark Hamill playing the part. And Han Solo looks exactly like him. Lando, the AI, the voices, and everything, and it's incredible. And that's like some fans just doing that with no money. So like when I seen that the Eddie stuff, it's cool, but it was like it didn't look like that really crazy AI stuff I've been seeing lately, or any kind of like really special like animation. It seemed kind of cheap.
Yeah, that did bother me too a little bit. Look very
No, I thought it was. I liked
cheap.
it. I thought it was cool. I mean, it made it look kind of dated, but you know, I've
there was
seen
Yeah,
no
way
that's what it
worse.
is. Dated it seemed.
and there was no mention in the movie how Judas Priest is better.
Nah, they sure didn't. Sure didn't.
Or any of the bands they've toured with, like they could
Yeah,
have
or
mentioned how
any kind of
Judas
like
Priest took them
rival.
on that big tour.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, could have showed quick little clips. It didn't
Kiss.
show you.
Yeah.
Right. Kiss with Gene Simmons being there. You think they would have brought something
Yeah.
up, but
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that-
I was expecting to hear Gene go, well, you know, we took them on their first
yeah.
big tour.
right.
He did say it. They just cut it out. You know, he said it.
Yeah. Oh, you
You
know
know,
he said it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Gene
Yeah.
showed that's when Gene showed Steve Harris how to do the gallop on the bass.
Yeah.
Like he showed him where to put the fingers.
He invented that. Well, Iron Maiden put out a new record in the next 3 years. Of course.
Yeah, Bruce has already got one announced. He's got a new album coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much did it all live, he said.
Yeah.
He like ready to record it all live.
CGI
If he
Maiden.
uses that band that he used on his live performances, that's going to be a good record, and I'm sure he's going to have Roy Z involved with it as well.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Roy,
Roy's. I wish Maiden would do an album with Roy Z and fire Kevin Shirley.
yeah, I love what Roy Z did with Judas Priest.
Exactly, same
They
here.
never brought him back after that. I thought Angel Retribution was fucking phenomenal.
I think you should get Tom Morello and do it with him.
It would sound a lot better.
You know, I was thinking about that watching the movie tonight. I'm like, you know, they had excuse me, they had a lot of cool people, you know, speaking out and stuff, and it was cool to see Caton from Hyrax in there and a few other people. But I was thinking, man, they should have pulled Tom Morello out and replaced him with Dr. Fuck. That would have been so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd go on there saying, dude, fuck Bruce. Diano all the way, baby.
Yeah.
They wouldn't cut that out.
No,
No.
not at all. CGI Maiden.
I love
misadvertised.
Diano too, but I'm one of the people that I agree that I don't think they would have ever went as far as they had if Paul had stayed because
I disagree 100% with you, Tony, man, because I think when Diano was look, I admit Diano's fault. He's out of the band. It's all Diano's fault. But I'm saying if Diano would have stayed in the band, dude, Iron Maiden was like big. They were getting big in the States with Killers. The first album did okay, but Killers, a lot of people were talking. We were all talking about Maiden. Bruce Dickinson, what he did was he did propel them quicker than Diano could have. I think Diano could have done it, but I don't think he could have done it on Number of the Beast. I think it would have gradually grown where when Bruce came in, it went. But you know what?
on talent alone, yeah, I agree with you. But if he didn't want to be there and he wrote his resignation letter, if you don't want to be there, you're not gonna.
Oh, not being
succeed.
healthy too. He wasn't healthy. If he could just stayed healthy. But then again, you look at Paul Diano's career, so his solo career, he didn't really do nothing that special. So that's kind of a way of looking at it too. It's not like his own solo albums that he had plenty of years to like come up with something really good. It was okay, some of it, but it wasn't nothing special.
He never.
It's the chemistry of
Except when he did the Pantera record, that was his best work.
No, what I'm saying is if Diano had the same kind of work ethic as, let's say, Harris, I can't see them fail. I can see them come because I mean, if you look at the stats, I mean, they were already in the charts in America. They were pretty high in the charts for like a band that was kind of underground. All my friends were talking about Iron Maiden. I remember hearing Rothschild on the radio back then. They were known and they were opening for Priest. They were bubbling, you know?
Oh yeah, they were definitely rising big time, and the momentum of Bruce jumping into that band as they were after those two big albums by the first two Paul Diano albums, it definitely was like a great momentum.
I just couldn't see him doing Power Slave though, and even Peace of Mind. I couldn't see. No.
Look,
they would have been different albums.
They would have never happened.
I agree with you. A lot of those songs, it's tailor made for Bruce. But you know what? I could totally hear him do "Hallowed Be Thy Name."
Oh, yeah, I could see him doing the whole album, Number of the Beast. Number of the Beast, I could see him doing. But yeah, like you're saying, Peace of Mind and Power Slave, I don't know. But then somewhere in time, I could see him doing that.
Look, I think personally, nobody knows about this shit. Probably some of you guys do. I think this is the greatest thing Paul Diano.
Yeah, I had that because of you.
I think this is the best thing he did after Maiden. I like Battle Zone and Nomad, but this, and I don't think he had much to do with this. I think this is a band that just hired him. But this fucking album is fucking, just check out, what's that first song, man? I forgot. I can't read this shit. Rejected. Check out the song Rejected. I thought that was a phenomenal album, but it wasn't. I don't think Diano had much to do with it. They hired him, but it's an awesome album. I think it's the best thing he did out of Maiden, and I still say it, man. The best Maiden for me is Diano.
You know,
I'm
the first time I ever heard Iron Maiden, when somebody at school told me to listen to Iron Maiden, and Number the Beast was out then, and that's the first thing I heard was actually Invaders, and I didn't care for the vocals at all. That's the only thing I'd heard by them, really. I mean, I don't remember anything else that day about them playing Iron Maiden. It was just somebody playing it like at the game room. And then they loaned me Killers. And the way I got Killers was they didn't loan it to me. Well, the guy was going to trade me. We were going to trade something. And I said, "Do you have Killers?" And I was meaning Kiss Killers. And he brought Iron Maiden Killers.
Hmm.
So I took it home and listened to it and loved it. So I just fell in love with it. So then I went and gave Number the Beast a chance, and I liked it a whole lot more than the first time. But I love the song Invaders now. I think maybe the first time I heard that Invaders, that
It's
it just
it's not a
I
good
just I
song.
don't like this at all, you know.
I still
You
don't
know
like
what?
it.
But here's another thing. At that time, I didn't like Geddy Lee's voice either. I just that type of high pitched vocal, I just didn't care for at that time.
Yeah.
I never liked Invader or Gangland,
I,
and
I like both songs now, but
I I
Invaders I love now, actually.
I never liked them, but there was like a couple months ago, somebody made me do a track by track Number of the Beast, and I'm listening to them. I'm like, all right, look, I still don't like the songs, but I think I've been a little unfair to it since the album is so good and all the albums are so good, and these two don't match up to it. I think I've been a little hard on them. They're not horrible songs, they're okay, but they're definitely my two least favorite songs on the album, you know?
You know, someone told me once, somebody young, lot younger that came into Maiden in the 2000s, told me that to them, Gangland sounded like something off one of the Blaze Bailey albums.
I don't think so.
I don't, I started thinking about it would fit, you know. Yeah.
I don't hear that.
Hey, that brings
So
me to something else that has nothing to do with Iron Maiden, but this is funny. So I was watching, they started putting up a lot of the older episodes of Three Sides of the Coin, you know, because they got that new channel. And I watched that one with Ken Nardi, the guy that's doing the Frankenstein remixes. And it was the one on Hotter Than Hell. And they were talking about some, and I think it was Mark said something that I've never thought of before, as much as we make fun of this song. He said that Parental Guidance by Judas Priest sounded like a Kiss, an 80s Kiss song. And I'm like, oh my God, it
Yeah.
does. If you think
Yeah.
about the lyrics and the verses, sounds just like something Paul Stanley would have been singing on Crazy Nights.
Definitely, I hear
And
it.
I never thought about it before, but I was like, God, he just nailed it. Yeah, it is.
To me, it sounds like a song straight out of Sesame Street. Like I can totally see fucking Big Bird singing it with Grover on drums
Yeah.
and the Snuffleupagus on bass. Was that his name? The Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that thing? It was like an elephant with hair.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it was like
Woolly
mammoth.
Mammoth.
Yeah,
That's why we're fucked up as kids.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, man. Sesame Street. A lot of that Croft stuff, man, was freaky, man. I was watching those Bay City Roller episodes are up on Amazon Prime, and they have that big thing that comes out and eats people. It's like that, and he just eats the whole person. That's kind of freaky, man. You know,
Yeah, man.
I was
the crazy Croft world.
Chuck Schuldiner from a Death book I read last year, and he had this whole section on putting the band Control Denied together, which was like a total, progressive metal. It wasn't
Yeah.
like Death, but it's good like power metal kind of stuff. And he had lined up Paul Di'Anno to fucking do it. And Paul Di'Anno was having trouble getting into the country at the time. And Paul was like excited to do it because he was floundering, going from band to band. And he thought this was going to be like something with a little bit of a name to it. And it was going to be, so he was like excited to do it and everything. But it was one of those times where couldn't get into the
Wow.
country. And that was around the same time he was canceling tours with his other bands in America and stuff like that. But that could have been a huge thing for him at that time. There would have been
He
way
got
more
he
excitement
got
to
busted for drugs here and got deported or something like that, if I remember right.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I met
that.
him,
He
in
had
2000 I met him in 2010, and you know he performed on his feet. But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
met him after the show, and he was in pain. He was telling me, he's
Yeah.
like, "I got to go to Puerto Rico tomorrow. My legs are killing me. My wife is waiting for me." And he was here. Here's the thing: we almost didn't get to meet him because there was a long line. And no more. And I was dating this girl that was pretty attractive, and I had her convinced the people. But Paul Diano found out we were from Miami, and all he asked was Miami's. He loved Miami. He loved Miami Vice, and he just wanted to know about Miami. He kept asking us questions about Miami. It
He
was
liked
fun.
the ports there.
Huh?
He liked what comes in on the ports there.
Yeah. So do I. So do I, by the way.
Yeah.
that. I read that little book that came out this year about him, and it's this guy who was like his minder for like a tour, and he went to like Australia, and the book is great. It's a skinny little thing, but he doesn't hold back on how Paul was. And like Paul, even up to near the end, he was like always looking for like cocaine and stuff to like, he didn't care about the gig, but it showed how hard he was to deal with at the end, and how crazy he still was near the end. And he was like a real fuck up like all the way until the very end. And but he was like so unhealthy. They had to like wipe his ass. They talk all about like every time he would shit himself in the bed and all this. It's really kind of brutal like how bad things got. But he did this like couple weeks with him, and the whole book is just on like 2 weeks of with being with Paul. And on the cover of the book, it's like an AI like version of Paul in a wheelchair, like all happy and stuff, like ready to go on tour. But it was sad because like he was like in Brazil, and he'd be sitting in a place where nurses would have to come in and take care of him. He wasn't living with nobody, so he like lived to get back out on the road, because then all of a sudden he would be getting tended to, and every night there was people coming up to him. Where when he was in Brazil, it's kind of really sad like how his last couple years went. But that makes you think like if he would have did the whole control denied thing, would have been like a decade earlier or even more than that, and he could have led him a different way. But
Yeah. Would have been cool.
it's a good book though. If these guys, I forget the name of it, but these guys should definitely read it. It's a fucking really enjoyable book.
I've never heard a Bruce Dickinson solo album ever. What two albums do you all suggest to start with? What do you call it?
Chemical
Accident
Wedding.
of
Chemical
Birth
Wedding.
and
Chemical
Accident
Wedding.
of Birth.
is the most-
Accident at Birth and Chemical Wedding are the two you should go for first.
Yep.
Yep.
Chemical Wedding is the heaviest. And Adrian Smith is with them, so that's
He's on Adrian's
yeah,
on
yeah,
Accident at
Accident.
Birth and Chemical Wedding with him. Probably third, I would say the last one that he did.
Yeah,
That
the
was really
Mandrake
good.
Project
Yeah.
was really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
those three.
Kittles are your favorite. Diana would never sing "No More Lies" 100 times in the chorus. No, I don't think he would. Paul Diano missed a record store meet and greet when the first Battlezone album came out. For years, the store refused to sell any album Diano was on, even Maiden.
Wow.
Who's that? Who?
Diano, he missed a record store meet and greet.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the record store would no longer carry their stuff. Wow. Fuck that guy.
That's it. We don't want to make money ever
canceled
again. No more
He
Maiden.
canceled and burned bridges everywhere he went. The 2 weeks he was only supposed to do like six. It was like 6 gigs that he had to do, and he tried to cancel like every night for one stupid reason or another. And they basically had to force him into like the venues, and they had to pick him up by the wheelchair up, and some of them to get him in, and it was a real mess.
If you want to read a good book of tall tales, read his autobiography.
Yeah,
The
that
Beast.
was a fun read too.
I have that.
Supposedly a
The
lot
Beast. I have that book, The Beast.
Supposedly not
There's a lot of
it
truth
ain't
in
true.
there in between the stories, but
Yeah.
you know.
But this is written by these guys that had to deal with them for 2 weeks or whatever, and getting him on the plane. He shit himself on the plane. He shit himself everywhere he was going, and it was a real mess. A lot of work,
It's
a lot of
horrible.
work. And this guy worked with him like three or four times. The guy who wrote the book. So he knew what he was getting into, and he always got good money to do it. He knew how hard the job was going to be. So he probably made as much as Paul Diano did on the tour, you know.
Do you still
I
have that?
bet I bet him and Tony Dennis that worked for Ozzy all those years could sit and exchange shit stories. Because you know Tony Dennis had to wipe Ozzy's ass a few times.
I'm sure of it. You still have that CD, Wayne? I got it with Deano's autograph on the plastic.
Oh yeah, yep, still there.
I still have it too. I haven't opened it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna open it. Like it's on the streaming, so I don't need to open it.
It's retarded. You're gonna sign the fucking plastic.
Sign the
Oh,
plastic.
yeah.
I put mine in another plastic bag so nothing touches it.
He was so cool on that 2010 meet and greet. I brought a whole stack of stuff, and I mean I only had about maybe 3 or 4 pieces. Richard sent me like a whole stack of records, and Richard had the Gaga Magog record and the Diano solo record, and he was going through and he was talking about each one of them. When he got to Gaga Magog, he went, "Oh God, you have this bloody thing! It's fucking awful." And he goes, "I hate myself for even being a part of this." It's crazy. It's kind of AOR type stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's only three. It's only 3 songs.
Yeah, it's him, Yannick Gears, and
Pete Willis.
Pete Willis, yeah, and Clyde Burr.
Clyde Burr.
Yeah.
Interesting. Blaze never had a chance. I mean, he had to fill the shoes of Paul and Bruce Dickinson. I wish he would have did one more album.
I thought it was cool that they showed the part about when they were getting ready to throw down over the spitting incident.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve throws his bass. I had a bootleg of that years ago, and I remember on the bootleg it actually had a news clipping, like a news story from that show where they made the news for almost getting in a fight with the audience.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't get it. Why are you going to a show and spitting on somebody though? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he didn't know that
in the day was one
Maiden got a new singer. I don't know, but
it's not his fault. You know,
Right.
Bruce
No.
quit.
Yeah, you could see it being the case, some idiot that wants Bruce, but then you see like that idiot who toasts the beer at Angus Young. Like, why would you be at an AC/DC show and do
Right,
something
yeah.
like that, you know?
Yeah, stupid.
Oh yeah. I've never understood. I've told a story about the first time I saw Motorhead. They walk out on stage and somebody threw a full beer and hit Lemmy as soon as he walked down stage. I'm like, why the hell are you here? Why did you come to this concert?
Right.
Why did you spend $8 for a beer and throw it? You know, it's just some people are just drunk and stupid.
Throwing it at Lemmy, no less.
At Lemmy, yeah.
You know, I can understand if it was Sammy Hagar, but Lemmy?
HR Puffin stuff is what fed me up as a kid. That's from Hey Would You Do Me.
One of those guys died recently.
HR Puffin stuff?
Yeah, the guy, the creator.
Yeah, the creator. Wasn't there 2 people that created it?
Sid and Marty Krofft.
Yeah, they were brothers.
They were brothers or cousins.
Yeah. I heard they had a gay love affair with Hannah and Barbera. Yeah, they were banging each other while writing Kiss Meets the Phantom. With hot monkey gay sex. And that explains the script.
Yep.
Demerol!
You remember those guys using the laser pointers on Paul Stanley?
Oh yeah.
That was messed up.
I'm going to shove it up your ass.
I saw a video where Toby Keith, they were doing that to him, and he came off the stage and came out of the audience going to fight this dude with it. Pretty funny.
That was a big thing back then, those laser pointers.
Especially if you could get the one. There was some that looks like a little cock when you shine on people. That was the one. Now, if that had shined on Paul, he probably would have said, "Ooh."
That's what they were trying to shine it on his little
mouth.
star. They were all aiming for the star. Whoever could get the star first, they had a little contest with their friends.
Speaking of Kiss, though, I saw earlier today that Paul Stanley wrote a new song and they're going to start recording soon.
Yeah, and I know a lot of you won't agree with me on this, but I loved their last album. Everybody hates it.
Don't
And
worry.
I'm
What's
like,
that, Monster?
I love Monster.
I think it's a good record.
And I'm like, oh, don't. I wanted them to end with that. And now I'm afraid.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Another like let go of my ascot bullshit? I don't know. I'm hoping it's good.
Well, you know what they should do
I
is they should
hated the
record
last
an
two albums.
album,
I did
and
not
then they
like
should
last
give
two.
it to that guy that
I
does
hated it.
those remixes, and just let him remix it, and it'll sound like
Mhm.
classic Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, AI it to sound like off Hot
Hell,
as
he
Hell
don't
or
even
something.
AI it. He just uses parts off other Kiss songs and
Yeah,
stuff and
that's
puts it
Yeah.
crazy
in.
what he
If
does.
you guys haven't checked it out, it's Frank Kenstein. He just released Rock and Roll Over, which is
Yeah.
awesome. I love what he
Do you
did
know?
with.
Do you know who that guy is? Ken Nardi. He was in the band Anacrusis, the
I
thrash
didn't.
band.
I
Oh,
didn't
Yeah,
really?
know
he was
that.
in he was in Anacrusis on Metal Blade Records. Yep.
Wow. I did not
Mhm.
know that.
Yep.
Well, I like what he did with The Elder.
That's
And
amazing.
he also did Hotter Than Hell. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, he's done, and
He's done Hotter Than Hell, Elder. He did something else too. There was another one.
someone was saying, one of the guys on Three Sides was saying they wish he would do Unmasked, you know. And they said he would, that I wish he would do Unmask and take the keyboards out. And he's like, well, you know, you kind of got to have the keyboards and something like She's So European. Love they threw that. Speaking of which, I love they used that scene in the Maiden movie from Behind the Iron Curtain. When I like the heavy metal, I want to use synthesizers. You can't use
Yeah.
synthesizers to play heavy metal, Bruce says. That was funny. I'd forgot all about that. Behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's funnier. It's funny. He said that during the Power Slave tour. Next album, synthesizer guitars. Uh,
I just got that on VHS the other day, actually. I had it years ago,
you know,
and
I had that shit on Betamax.
wow,
I still
crazy.
got I still got Wasp at the Lyceum on Betamax.
Oh, Dress to Kill was the other one that he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need to go back and download all these because he's got a
Yeah.
download link, and you know, I put that rock and roll over on a flash drive, and I've been playing it in the car the last couple of days, and it sounds amazing, man. Especially those bonus tracks he did of Hard Luck Woman, where he did the piano version, and then he does the electric version where he uses the guitars from Alive 2.
Mm.
yeah.
God, it's just amazing how he comes up with that stuff, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen some guy on Facebook. He holds up the actual CD. Obviously, they're bootlegs, but I wonder where he's getting them from.
He's probably making them himself.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I was wondering if Ralph can talk about the song "I Want You" by Kiss. What the hell? Talk about "I Want You" by Kiss. What are
Oh
you going to say
man,
about that?
I've mentioned this a million times, but I'll mention it again. This will be 1,000,001 because I just did 1,000,000.
Yeah.
All this that you see right here is because of "I Want You" by Kiss. It was I own a couple 45s. I like Kansas and Electric Light Orchestra when I was a little kid. But I was more into movies. That was my passion. But when my friend played me "I Want You," and I didn't even know what Kiss looked like, and I didn't know they wore makeup or anything. I heard that song and I was like, I need to buy that. I need to get it. So I went to the store to buy "I Want You," and they didn't have Rock and Roll Over, but they had double platinum that had "I Want You." And there ain't a better Kiss album to start out with than double platinum.
That was my first one. Yeah.
That's the best Kiss album to start off with. And "I Want You" is the most special song. Not my favorite Kiss song, but it's the most special song in my life because of all this. Is because of "I Want You." Because after I heard "I Want You," after I got double platinum, I wasn't like most people that was like, oh, I need to get every Kiss album. My mentality was like, I need to find more bands like Kiss. So I found Voice of Cult, Boston, Van Halen. I started listening to all this other shit. But I Want You is where it all. That's where the dam broke. And Kiss is notorious for most people getting into hard rock. I was
Yeah.
13 years old. When you're 13 years old in the 70s, you can't escape Kiss. You just can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You know,
I was 7. I was 7 when I found Kiss
Yeah. Same,
in the
same,
70s.
man. I was, and much like you, Ralph, it's the whole reason that I'm into all this. The reason I'm sitting here talking to you guys is because of Kiss and the Rock and Roll Over record, because I heard Hard Luck Woman first, and that's what I wanted was the record that Hard Luck Woman was on. And then the first song on it is I Want You, and that's the first thing I heard them play super heavy, And I've told that story before, kind of like what you're saying 100 times or whatever, million times. But I remember my mom, we're sitting in my room, and my mom says, "Oh, what did you get?" Pop the tape in, and it's the acoustic guitars. In the morning, I raise my head. Oh, this isn't so bad. Then the power chord kicks in, and it's just like, it's just like a scene out of Twisted Sister. Mom goes flying out, the Twisted Sister video. Mom goes flying out the window. Oh, not quite that bad, but she's just like, oh, I don't like this at all,
My first
Yeah,
time is
so
with
it's
Kiss Alive
definitely
2.
cool.
Mine's with Kiss Live 2, where I got to deal with ah, wow, wow, you. He does that whole fucking.
I remember listening to that one time, and it got to that part of the song, and my mom came in my room and said, "What is he doing? Throw it up."
Did she like Hard Luck Woman though? Did you play that song?
She never really said she did or she probably thought that was okay. My parents never said a whole lot about my music and stuff. You get every once in a while they'd say something, or you get a compliment about something. I always remember my dad never said it, but I was listening to he complained about stuff, but he never complimented until I remember listening to Temple of the King once from Rainbow and that little guitar solo part. He goes, "And that doesn't sound bad there. That sounds pretty good." Yeah. I remember him saying that. He liked that. So.
That's funny.
Did you catch Maiden playing Gates of Babylon in the movie? There was talking going on over it. It was the scene where Nico first joined the band and they were sound checking. They were playing Gates of Babylon.
Oh, is that what they were playing? That Steve was playing something on the bass and he was doing some kind of like, yeah, I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought they were doing some kind when he said, I was like, oh yeah, they've bonded. They're on some prog kick. That's what I was thinking. They're probably playing some proggy stuff. But yeah, that's cool, man. I didn't catch that.
Gates of Babylon.
Oh.
And
yeah, cool.
Cool.
Kiss is supposed to play the Kiss Cruise in 2026.
I heard those tickets are outrageous for the thing this year in Vegas.
No, it's actually not. It's like 13. It's like
$13,000.
No, it's like $1,300, and you stay 3 nights in a hotel in Vegas, which is kind of like the going rate.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what it would cost you to go to Vegas anyway, just about. I don't know. You can actually have a cheap trip to Vegas if you know what you're doing,
Hey, look, man, and I made a video about it. Look, I wouldn't pay a penny to see that shit. I think it's kind of disgraceful they're doing an Ace Frehley tribute, where last year Ace Frehley refused to be part of it because they were going to pay him Bruce Kulick money. But at the same time, if that's what makes you happy, I look down on nobody that wants to pay to go see Kiss, Scab Kiss, whatever. Hey, man, whatever the fuck makes you happy. Who gives a fuck what me and any other detractor says? Do what makes
you You mentioned Bruce. Bruce just had open heart surgery. He's doing well.
Yeah.
I'd like to see an Ace tribute where it's like you bring in all sorts of, make it a big super event, not just
what with Tom Morello.
Yeah,
yeah. You get Tom up there directing everybody. He could get
Tom
all
Morello
the guys. He knows all those guys. He knows Slash and all them guys.
They should bring the Ace from the Kiss Meets the Phantom on the stage.
Yeah, they should get that.
But what if they reached out and said, "We want Thrash or Die to play"? Would you do it?
Oh yeah, it's free though. I won't have to pay. If I have to pay for Thrash or Die to play, no, I wouldn't go.
No, it's not a pay to play thing.
Yeah, you pay me 3 nights at a hotel, I'll go. I'll go up there and do.
Let me know if that happens. I'll be your roadie. I'll go with
Yeah.
you.
I did
Wayne can be drum tech.
I did a version of Snowblind. I'll perform that.
How about if they say
Hey,
you can only do kissing time, and Vinnie
Yeah.
Vincent will be on stage during it.
Yeah. Boy, that
hey
would be
Wayne,
Yes.
great job by Severed Angel on the Clones cover, man. I really
Oh,
enjoyed
thank you.
that.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
glad you
Well,
enjoyed
Yeah, I
it.
watched it too.
You did
Yeah.
Alice Cooper clones?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And
Hey, what's the deal with the video? Is that stock footage, or did you guys hire all those male
we
and
hired
female
all those
models?
people. We're loaded with money, so we hired
Yeah.
all those people. No, there's a website called Envato, and you pay for it, but you can put videos together with all different scenes.
It
and
was
stuff, so.
perfect for clones because everybody's
I
dressed
thought
the
so
same.
too.
Yeah.
I didn't.
DNA
You know those
DNA
added
things
little
going
like
Yeah.
molecule things in the thing. I didn't put that
Yeah.
in there, but somebody's like, "Oh, it needs something else," so Lou threw that in there. But I didn't think it needed it. I think you kind of got the idea of all those people
Yeah.
being there,
Yeah.
and especially at the end when they're like throwing up the pictures on the wall because they're clones of those people.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
they all should have been Wayne Noon clones, though.
I
That
was
would have
going
really
to
That
do
would have been
that. That was the
better. That
original
would have been
just
idea.
all
perfect.
bald heads
That was-
going through.
That
Yeah.
was the original.
You know, it's fucked up. Yesterday, my brother called me like around 6 p.m. saying, "Hey, you want to go to Alice Cooper? I got free tickets." I didn't know Alice Cooper was playing yesterday. I knew he was coming, and I couldn't go. And I was bummed. I overlooked the set list, and yeah, nothing really. Coming Home was cool. You know, that's a rare one. But everything else, But still, I would have loved to gone because Alice Cooper rules.
I saw him
Yeah.
once. I like to go see him one more time
Well,
before
I've seen
it's
him at least.
over and done.
Actually, funny enough, this year will be the 40th anniversary of the first time I saw him on the Constrictor tour.
Hmm.
1986.
That was the first time I seen him too, with Megadeth opening up Peace Sells.
Mine was with Vinnie Vincent's Invasion.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw Alice until I think the first time I saw Alice was Operation Rock and Roll. That would have been Hey Stupid period.
Yeah. Yeah.
If everybody watching the show could do me a huge favor, go to the Severed Angel YouTube channel and go check out the clones and let us know in the comments section what do you think of the song and our cover.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
Appreciate
it's good. He did a really good job on it.
And-
changed
and-
it. We changed it
Who's
up a
playing
little
keyboards
tiny
on
bit.
that?
Our keyboard player. Who else?
I didn't know
We
if you
changed it
did
up a little
maybe.
bit, and all those things that are not in the original song that we added to it. This is a lead into our next album. So there's bits and pieces from the
That
next
ending
album.
part you put in that was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. All that stuff has everything to do with the next album. So
Okay.
because it's about AI. So it's fun. It's very fun. What else we
Cool.
got here? Was
So,
cool
like-
seeing. Oh, I didn't see this. I missed this. Was cool seeing Adrian Smith wearing a Blackfoot shirt.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did
didn't
see
see
that.
I missed
I've
that.
seen that picture before of him wearing a Blackfoot shirt. Yeah. They toured with him.
There you go. That's the Severed Angel
There's
is the
Severed
bonus
Angels
track.
tribute to Blackfoot. No, Striper.
The Striper tribute album to Hell with the Devil.
This was really good. Except
Did
for
you like it?
Yeah, except for one song.
The Severed Angel bonus track.
No, that was good. I can't remember which song it was, but they did like a fucking Nickelback version of one of their old songs.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I was like,
It was fucking terrible.
yeah.
The rest
I
was
thought
good.
the album was really good, except for the songs about Jesus. If they just took those songs out, the rest of it was
Well, if you
great.
play it backwards, it's all about Satan.
That's why I
This
love
is-
Striper because they satanized me.
Yeah, that whole piece in the Maiden movie about the satanic panic. Yeah, that was.
Oh, I was just laughing at that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
People believe that crap.
We
They,
lived through
I
it,
saw
man.
it-
It
I
was,
saw
it
it
was,
at-
it did happen, Wayne. It's
No,
not,
no,
it's
I
not
know it
crap.
did. I just can't.
We lived
see
through
people
that,
right.
man.
I just can't
Yeah, we
see
lived
people
through
like
it.
thinking that way. But people are religious and they believe that shit. So it's crazy.
You try to wear that Iron Maiden shirt down the street in 1983, watch what happens. They come out, all those religious fanatics beat your ass with crosses and striper shirts.
Yeah. I saw the movie tonight at the Alamo Theater. I don't know if you guys have got those. Pretty cool place to see a movie, and
Do they have a basement?
they show all these. When you go in before they show the trailers, they show all these little clips that have something to do with whatever the movie is about. So it was all heavy metal themed tonight, and of course they were showing clips from Black Roses and stunt rock and stuff. But they showed the Ozzy Osbourne clip of as the minister from Trick or Treat, where he's like, "These people must be stopped," and stuff. And then they went in and then they showed the Bark at the Moon video from there and stuff. Or they actually showed Paranoid. They showed Bark at the Moon before, and then they showed Paranoid video after. That was kind of his lead into it, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I didn't get any trailers at mine. Mine didn't have any. Went right into it.
I talked about it earlier. They showed shitty trailer. Another trailer they showed tonight. I didn't know. I forgot to talk about. There was a trailer for a Billie Eilish movie that's coming out.
You know the name of it, right?
No, what was the name?
Hit Me Hard or Hit Me Soft or something like that.
I don't know.
I thought it was Barefoot Billy. I thought it was
something. But
no. I would have sued. But it was fucking god awful. It was like and she's crying. She's had a hard life.
But don't worry, she's not going to put any more music out until Trump's out of office. So we got a few years that we haven't had to hear none of her crap.
So hopefully he never leaves.
Last week I went to see the 35th anniversary of Silence of the Lambs in the theater, the same theater I went to tonight, and it was one showing one time, and before it they showed the best trailer I've seen in so long. It was for the fucking new Evil Dead movie. Holy fuck! It was so brutal.
Yeah.
It you can watch it on YouTube now, but it premiered like that night, and it was, man, it looks fucking brutal. I cannot wait for that one.
Yeah, I liked the last one. A lot of people did. Yeah. The one in the apartment.
They got two of them coming out. They got Evil Dead Rise and Evil Dead Burn, and they both got trailers out right now, and they're both coming out. I don't forget the Evil Dead Burn. I believe is coming out first.
They're rolling those out.
I didn't like the Evil Dead with that junkie girl. Came out in like 2010 or something.
Yeah, the first when they rebooted, but these are all like sequels to that movie because they're the more serious ones. There's no comedy, and ever since they rebooted it with that movie, I like that movie. I thought it was good because they made it serious, but I would never compare it to the original. But the original is one of the greatest movies ever. But I still love it. I like these serious ones, and this new one, man, watch that trailer. It looks so fucking evil and brutal.
Did you see the new Terrifiers coming out Halloween of 2027?
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we've got another year and a half, but
it's supposed to be the last one, but somehow I doubt it.
Yeah, they're supposed to go into the origin of art, which I kind of hate when they do that. Sometimes they just kind of kill the mystique.
I don't
want to
know. I don't want to know.
You guys remember that
Rob
American
Zombie's
Horror
Halloween
Story? Remember the American Horror Story that had that clown with the big mouth? That thing was freaky as hell. One of the freakiest characters I've ever seen. And then they tell its backstory and made you feel sorry for him. And I was like, oh, God, man. Just let him be.
That's like Michael Myers. Killer. Rob Zombie puts him as a little kid with a kiss shirt and stuff. And it's like,
but
you do see the original kid in the original one. You do see him as a little kid, but it's like you don't really know much. He just goes killing.
You didn't know he was a Kiss fan.
Yeah, you didn't know what he was putting on to go to sleep to.
I can't see them making us feel sorry for Art the Clown, though. That would be going the wrong way, especially with those.
I know it would really.
There's no way they can do that. I hope not. Anyway,
maybe the other kids bullied him and used to make him wear big clown feet shoes because he tried to go to school barefoot all the time. So they started putting these big shoes on him, and that traumatized him as he got older.
Where's your shoes, clown?
Put your shoes on.
Hey, I had a plumber come here a couple months ago. My plumber saw
He make him take his shoes off?
He saw the Art the Clown fucking animatronic I got. So I turned it on for him. And he was like, oh, yeah, the Spanish guy. He's like, oh, cool. I guarantee you when he left this house, he was like, what a fucking weird guy that guy. With all those fucking records and a big ass clown in his room. What the fuck's wrong with that dude?
He didn't wear his shoes either.
No shoes. He probably dances with that clown at night.
Doesn't get haircuts.
He's probably luring kids into his house and killing them.
Yeah, I bet he's into gay sex because he's got long hair. Yeah, that's how, it's funny. The Cuban people think if you have long hair, you're gay. But the fact is that all the gay people here have haircuts like they got, like short haircuts. You know? That's the ironic part. If you want to be hetero, you grow your hair long, unless you want to be a chick, you know?
You see that new Spirit Halloween xenomorph that they got? It's like $450. Fucking life size xenomorph. Fucking moves. Its mouth comes out. It is fucking sick as hell.
Fuck, I
It looks
want
like
that. Now I want that.
oh, dude, it's insane. Fuck it. I don't know. It'd be behind me every fucking episode. They're, like,
Everybody
reaching
watching
over.
out there, you need to get up or pull up the money to get Count Ralphus one of them for his Halloween display this
So funny.
October in his
Count
yard.
Ralphus, not Ralph Vieira. The other
Yeah,
Ralph.
no,
Yeah,
no.
Count Ralphus
Ralph,
needs
the other
this.
Ralph gets enough stuff.
Why are y'all fucking goofing on me for getting free shit? Come on, I
Get,
got
get Ralph the little like bobblehead alien and get me the big xenomorph.
no. Everybody, get me. Don't get Ralphus shit. Get me that fucking xenomorph. I'll take pictures and send it to Ralphus.
Yeah, I had this catalog back in like the 90s. It was one of those ones you had to like pay like $10 to get the catalog sent to you. It was like all Xerox stapled together. But it was like this place that made like movie props and stuff. But they had like a queen alien. It was like $23,000 or something. But it was like full size,
23,000.
molded after the fucking
23,000.
actual thing. It was insane, but I was always thinking like if I had a club that I'd make people have to walk through its legs to get into the club, you know, and everything that I still have the catalog someplace. It's like a little phone book. It's crazy the stuff that they sold. And this was like way back in the 90s, but everything was in the thousands. And today's money that would probably be like 50,000 for that same Queen Alien or maybe more.
You just gave me an idea for a movie, man. You should have a movie where Count Ralphus is trying to he and some friends are trying to rob a Spirit Halloween, and it's really possessed in there, and they get they get into all sorts of crap.
Dude, that's the fucking that's the Art the Clown prequel. That's he was a little kid. He snuck into one,
He
and
worked at yeah.
all the clowns came alive in the night, and he started killing motherfuckers.
Wow,
Oh boy.
man.
Thanks for asking that question for Ralph. Ralph is a hero of mine.
Oh,
Well, you-
thank you. Or is
all-
it Ralphus talking?
No, he's talking about you. He's talking about you because
Yeah,
you
you.
answered the I want you song. All
Buy
you
me
guys
that
help.
alien, dude. Thank you. Buy your hero, the alien.
He says all
I
you
had a-
guys
I had
help
a guy
so
come
many
up to-
people.
I had a guy come up to me when we were leaving the movie and goes, "Hey, man, you're on YouTube, right? You're on Ralph's show." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm heading home to do one right now. We're going to talk about the movie." He says, "Okay. So if you're out there watching, dude, nice to meet you tonight." That was
Really?
cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I
That's
met
very
no
cool.
one.
My
I
theater,
snuck in there and I snuck
when I
out.
came out of my theater, I had Scow and Karen from Sea of Tranquility came out, and right at the same time I was walking out, and then I seen like two other people, and then a bunch of people asked for autographs because I was on. I knew Ralph Vieira from Almost Human.
Hey, all those people that asked for the autograph and the person Tony saw, all get together and buy me that alien.
They said you gotta buy shoes first, and then they'll.
No, that ain't gonna happen. You
Yeah,
want me
they
to
gotta
be
buy you-
authentic, don't you?
They're going to buy you some alien Crocs.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I'd be the oh, you know, by the way, starting like in a week or so, all my videos are gonna have these weird outros where I just found funny quotes online. So all my shit ends with like a quote. It's gonna be quite amusing. I've done like 34 so far. I want to make hundreds of them so I don't ever have to repeat it. And I can't remember now offhand. Like some like if first don't succeed. No. I forgot. It's funny.
He's
though.
already forgotten.
I forgot. Well, yeah, exactly. I looked it up on Google, funny quotes, and I copied all the funny ones I saw. Like one was, "I'm gonna make like a bakery truck and haul buns." Stupid shit like that. You know. Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. Expect that at the end of all my videos. I'm getting rid of Robert Shaw at the end of my news thing. I think it's played out. I've had people tell me it was played out years ago, and I'm like, fuck you. Now I think it's played out. So when I think it's played out is when I take it out. So my news is going to be different. I'm not going to have the the Megadeth intro, and I'm going to have a different outro from now on. And all my videos,
Ah,
I'm going
I
to.
always thought that fit so perfectly, that Megadeth intro. That was
Well,
awesome.
in a couple of years, he'll bring it back and go retro.
Yeah, yeah. Because of now, I'm kind of like, I'm a little played out on it, you know. But look,
It's classic that if that was a great idea. So whatever you came up with now, I'm sure it's good because you came up with that, which was a
well,
good
no, I
idea.
didn't come up with no intro. I was just thinking of taking that out and go right into the news thing. But the outro is going to be cool. You'll see. I just come up like
Hey, I complained about the outro for years. I say it gets stuck in my head. I always have to click off when you're going into your old outro with the fucking Jaws thing. I just like, I don't want to hear that. It's in my head the rest of the day.
I'm getting rid of that. Like another
Good.
one, another outro says the barefoot YouTubers left the building. You know, it's just stupid little quotes to end all my videos. Anyway,
You should
so
just have a bunch of pictures of. You should just have a bunch of pictures of feet, like at the end. Just silence, just like a slideshow of feet for like 3 minutes.
Chicken feet.
yeah.
Yeah, all different animal feet, just throw different ones in there.
I'm a big hit with perverts with feet fetish.
What
It's
happy
Hooves.
audience?
Hooves.
it's funny. I know a guy with a foot fetish, but he doesn't know I know because he's banged two chicks I know, and both chicks told me. Like, look, man, more power to you if you like feet and shit. But that's a weird fetish, bro.
You know Tony Atlas, the wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a foot fetish. He's actually very funny. You got to look up some of the videos he does about.
That's a weird
Yeah.
fetish.
It's
bro.
very weird. He has people walk on him too, like with high heels and stuff, and it's very strange.
One time I went to a fetish party with this chick, and there was an old guy in underwears with a line of girls all going up to him, kicking him in the nuts.
Yeah,
I saw two girls do it, and I was in pain.
Yeah,
I can't watch this no more. This shit's fucked up. I mean, hard, kicking his balls really hard, and all he's wearing is a fucking underwear, and he's like this old dude. I was like, I don't like fetish bullshit. This
I
ain't-
just think if she like, what if they like ruptured his fucking nuts? I
Yeah.
mean, dude
I
could
know,
die.
I know. It's weird, man. It's fucking weird. People, I don't know. Hey, more power to you. If you like getting your nuts kicked, hey, I like getting my food spit on at drive-throughs. So I ain't with the judge.
Wayne, you mentioned Tony Atlas, made me think of wrestling. You got a rip to Ted Turner.
Oh yeah, that's
Was,
right. He passed away yesterday.
WCW, and it was great back in the early days.
Oh yeah, good
I
stuff.
think he was married to Jane Fonda, right?
Yeah, he was.
yeah.
Yep.
And he started CNN.
CNN. Yeah.
Well,
I got to rip to
cheers
this
for
guy,
WCW.
Gary
that's all I can
Joyce.
say.
I gotta say rip really quick to Gary Joyce. He was like a guy that watched every Sea of Tranquility show, and he was always the first person in the live chat, and he just never missed it. And he was the most loyal fan. They had a vote one year who was the biggest fan, and he won it. And got to meet him a few times. Really fucking cool dude. And
Yeah, man.
63, I guess he was feeling sick, but didn't go to the hospital or something. I'm not sure. I don't know the details of even why he died, but I guess he was avoiding going to the hospital, which is, if you're feeling shit, something's wrong, go to the hospital, get checked out. Sometimes it's such a simple thing that could fix it, but you dick around, wait, and could be real bad, But I'm gonna miss him. His presence on the Sea Tranquility channel is gonna be greatly missed. He was a good
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Rest
Yep.
in fucking
Well,
sad.
where did the name? Where did he get the name for the principal?
I mean, like a lot of times he'd be the first in the chat, and it'd be like, okay, like class is about to begin, and he also like kind of
Oh, okay.
made the chat, like he kind of like was there in the chat, like if anybody's getting stupid or anything like that, because they get a lot of people in the chat sometimes, when they were premiering episodes, but he just kind of was like, okay, students, here we go again, and stuff, and he just got the name the principal. He was always there, and really cool dude.
Cool, man. Yeah. Glad to see Pete Pardo's GoFundMe is doing so well, man. Everybody
Yeah, it's
everybody
amazing.
loves that guy, man. It's I just like that's awesome. It's just amazing.
I was
Yeah,
a
Ralph did a
I was,
great video. Ralph did a great video saying to, and say it again even now, go to Pete Pardo's GoFundMe. Last I checked, he was over
yeah, I was
125,000.
happy. I was happy because when I did mine, I don't know if I inspired anybody, but boy, a lot of videos came out after mine for Pete
Yeah, there was a
Pardo.
lot before too. There was a lot before
I
YouTube
didn't
channels I
see.
never even heard of. I just happened to get like an algorithm of them, and I've seen so many of people I've never seen their channels before, and people from different countries and stuff. It's really amazing. He inspired a lot of people to start like YouTube channels and stuff. And
Yeah, for sure. That's how I got into the whole thing myself. I discovered Pete's channel during COVID, you know, and I mean, I had seen Rouse a few times. Rouse been on YouTube for years, but when you're sitting home at COVID, you really started looking for stuff, man. And I was, surfing around, discovering all these different people and stuff. It just,
yeah,
yeah, but
I discovered a little
amazing.
before COVID just because he would do episodes every now and again at Rock Fantasy, and he had Steve Keeler, my good friend, on a few times. So I kind of was like, oh, he's the guy that's friends with Steve. And so I started watching. He did an episode on books, and I like collecting books on bands and music. So he started like going through reviewing a bunch of books and stuff. And that caught my eye. And then before I knew it, I subscribed. But then when COVID hit, it's like, yeah, then everybody was watching like every day. He had like a different show on and stuff. And hopefully he pulls through. It's very serious, but every little bit of money counts. So
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
go
man.
fund me.
it's
Yeah,
fucked up.
yeah,
It's
it
horrible.
is. It
You know,
really
brain
is.
cancer is fucking terrible. And there's some really cold people out there that I had to delete some comments. It's like, God, have a heart, man. What's wrong with you? And I'm not gonna repeat what they said because it's
I
not
actually
worth
said something over that's retarded.
a couple people. There were more than one. And I'm like, how can you say that?
How could you say anything? Especially, I don't even know who the guy is. I've never watched the show or nothing, so I have no commentary on anything. But I just know so
Pete
many people like
Pardo,
him that
Pete Pardo was the person that inspired track by track.
Oh,
What Pete Pardo used to do back in the day was he would compare albums to each other. So I took that concept where I would compare track by track on each album.
Track
Pete wouldn't do that. Pete would like judge them both, you know. He would talk
as a
about
whole.
yeah, the songs on this album, songs on that album. Then he'd pick which one he likes the best. Where when I do track by track, there's albums I like more that lose because it's all luck of the draw. So what I did was it was inspired by him, but there's a hater out there that says I ripped off Pete Pardo with track by track. I'm like, find me the episode where Pete Pardo does a track by track. He doesn't, you know. But I will admit it, he inspired me, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy that that it raised so much money.
Yeah.
He's not
And
there
still
yet.
and still going. I just looked, it's like 136,000 now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Originally the goal was only 65,000, so he's doubling it right now.
now it's
Yeah, for
160.
sure.
So please, every
Yeah.
little bit counts, you know.
And I'm glad to see Pete popping up and doing some segments and stuff. Man, I used to love every Friday at lunch, man. I'd come home at lunch and I watch Friday morning at the Funhouse with him and Martin Popoff
Yeah.
because whatever they were doing, some of the stuff Martin would say and the look on Pete's face, like when Martin would say, I finally discovered, I don't think I like that Gary Moore is that great of a guitar player. And you look on Pete's face, it's like, what the hell are you saying? It would just blow my mind to watch the two of them, man. It's just
Martin's got like the most insane
eclectic.
like
It's just
that. But the thing interesting for me about Martin is when he disagrees with me and he gives the explanation why he doesn't like something I love, I'm always like, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
yeah. He can explain it. Yeah.
He can
He was talking
explain
about Gary Moore. Gary Moore's just noodling a lot. And I'm just like, what? But yeah. It's
No,
crazy.
The crazy
no,
thing he said
You know,
to me was that how he said that Hellbent for no, the last Judas Priest album is the best album since Hellbent for Leather, and
yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking blows my mind. And even when you guys had him on, and I couldn't do that episode, I put that in the question. I was like, does he still think that after like a year of listening to that album that it's still? And he's like, oh yeah, yeah, fuck yeah, he's still standing behind it. But
I don't think that album's like. I like Firepower more.
Ralph,
he's saying better
I
than
don't think I knew
Defenders and
you.
Screaming for Vengeance.
I knew
Yeah.
you, Ralph. I met you through Facebook, and I don't think I realized that you had a YouTube channel until you guys came down here and played that show I booked with you guys. And you interviewed Roy Cathy, and you said, "I'm going to do it for my YouTube channel." I'm like, "You got a YouTube channel?" You know? So I think I went and looked. I was actually hanging out with Roy and them last weekend. That's where I was last Thursday. When I was trying to get in here, I was working with another band. We were heading to play the M3 pre-party, and we stayed at this Airbnb in Richmond. We stopped in Richmond to spend the night so we wouldn't have so far to drive to Maryland the next day. And I was sitting in there watching you guys and making comments and stuff. And I don't know if Wayne realized that was me making the comments
Yeah, I
because it
realized it was
says,
you, but I didn't know you
okay.
were actually wanting to come in. I didn't know that's what.
No,
And then
no, yeah. Tony,
I was trying to get in. I kept putting "let me in."
Yeah,
and,
no,
and so,
I didn't get it.
dude. You know, I saw you pop up the screen. I clicked admit, and you disappeared.
as soon as you did that, it's when I logged off. I was like, "Oh fuck it," you know. So it was
Well,
like the
I
perfect
did.
timing.
That was the
But
first
yeah,
time I
I
saw.
went and did that show, and yeah, Roy's band played, and the drummer from Cold Sweat, Anthony, his band was playing. So Anthony got up and they did a Cold Sweat song together during the fifth set. It was cool. And I ended up riding back with the fifth on their bus. Came back on Friday with them.
Nice.
So that was cool.
You know, hopefully, knock on wood, I'm alive next year because on July 4th of next year, I would love you all to be here as I celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Almost Human channel. That's right.
Are you having a big cookout?
2007. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to cook fucking Pop-Tarts.
Oh yeah, man. I'm there.
Yeah. I mean, I advise everybody to buy Pop-Tarts. So we have a Pop-Tarts party and cocaine.
How far do you live from where Nico McBrain's restaurant is?
About, with no traffic, 50 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, me and my buddy, when we were coming back from the movie tonight, we said, man, we need to go to Nico's restaurant sometime, like when he does that event or whatever, you know.
Oh,
stuff.
no, if you go, definitely let me know. I'll go.
Yeah.
I love those ribs, man. Any excuse to go there. I'm down, man.
Hell yeah, man.
I tell my mom. My mom loves. I was telling my mom. My mom wants to go. So me, my brother, and my mom are gonna go eventually. You know. I love that fucking place. Those ribs are godly. I'm telling you, it's worth the trip. You know.
Yeah.
But you gotta come down here when there's a show or something. You know.
Mm-hmm. Or when you're having a party.
I'll have a party. I mean, we'll work it around when you come.
Yeah.
You let me know the date. We'll throw a party.
Well, we were talking about, don't they have an anniversary party at Nico's place every year and his band plays? That would be the time to go.
I was talking about that earlier. I've seen Pat Travers play that. I saw Ripper Owens play that. Joey Belladonna has played it. You know, you get some celebrities down here to play it, you know. And of course, Nico plays it, you know. Dave the Beast Spitz plays it. Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. Yeah, you should come for that, you know.
Yeah. Cool.
That's when Nico's there, because Nico's never there. Every time I go to Rock and Roll Ribs, he's never there. He's only there for the anniversary shows. That's the only time. I even went to the restaurant once and asked the waitress, "Does Nico ever come?" She's like, "He's never here. Never comes."
I wonder if he actually cooks ribs.
Yes, he does, because I remember when he first opened the restaurant, there was videos of him doing that at his house where they were talking about the special shit he does to the ribs and all that.
Well, that would make
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, it's his recipe.
Oh,
I believe it's him and his friend's recipe. Him and his friend had a falling out, and his friend put up a website bashing Nico, and there's pictures of like a hooker with cocaine but there's no picture of Nico there. It's like, oh, so we're supposed to believe this has to do with Nico because you got some chick and cocaine, but there's no Nico there. What the fuck was that about? You know,
Maybe that's the secret recipe.
the cocaine.
Wasn't it was it Jimmy K and them went to his restaurant, they did the interview with him and stuff?
Did Jimmy K come down here?
Was it Jimmy? Who was it that did the interview with him
Oh
recently?
man, I would have been
watched?
pissed because I
It
love
wasn't Jimmy. Maybe it wasn't Jimmy.
Jimmy has me on his show all the time. I would go up there to meet Jimmy.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who it was that they did an interview with him in the restaurant. They had him and his partner and stuff, you know. Yeah.
I saw this
I don't
question asked before: is Maiden as good without Nico?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
The jury's
Of
out.
course not. Of course not.
I
I
know
don't care
they
who
were
they got playing drums.
they were better with Clive. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. I haven't seen
Better with
him
Clive
with the
on
new
the
guy
Clive songs
yet.
and
Is anybody going
Nico
to
on the
see?
Nico songs.
Is anybody going to see Maiden on this tour? I'm going in September.
If he
Where are you
Brandon
going
on it.
to? What show are you going to, Wayne?
The one in Jersey.
Yeah, they're playing 2 nights in a stadium that I never heard of. I don't even know that stadium. I don't know how far away. I didn't check to see how far away. It's like Harrington, so but it's like a stadium for who? I don't know.
I
And
don't know.
and Maiden can play 2 nights in a stadium, or is it just an arena?
I didn't buy the
Gotta
tickets.
be an
So I have no
arena.
idea.
It's probably an arena.
you know, Ian saw Maiden like I don't know a year ago. Said it was half full in Seattle, like the arena was half full.
Hmm.
I seen him down here in a huge arena, and it's always packed.
Yeah, I'm sure the Jersey one's going to sell out because
Yeah.
you know we got New York and New Jersey going.
But they're
on.
playing 2 shows, like back-to-back shows in
It'll
Jersey
sell out.
at that stadium.
Yeah.
It must be a small stadium if they would sell it out. I mean, if they're playing MetLife, they wouldn't. I don't think they would sell that out.
Hmm.
AC/DC's playing MetLife. That's where Giants play, New York Giants. You know, that's like over 80,000 people, and there's still tickets available for that. I might go to that. We're looking into it.
Mm. I can't do stadiums anymore myself. I just can't
Me
deal
neither.
with that many
I'm done.
people.
I'm down with
But
outdoor.
I don't
show.
think I'd want to see AC/DC in their condition now.
I'm
Yeah.
done with outdoor shows. Period. My nephew's going to Rockville. He's like, hey, you want to go to Rockville with me? I was like, dude, why don't you just fucking kick me in the balls and throw water on me?
I'm fine with an amphitheater show as long as I got a seat, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. Amphitheaters are fine, but because they got a roof, you know, and there's a breeze, you know, but outdoor in Florida, fuck you. You know, fuck that noise. I'm done with that shit. I had a free ticket to the what was it called? The stadium tour with Def Leppard, Motley Crue, and Poison.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, I don't think I number one, I wouldn't go to that for free even if it was indoors. You want me to go for free if it was outdoors? And then I hear later Poison blew everybody away. Poison blew everybody away. Oh,
Even if you got a free
not by
ticket,
playing. They didn't blow
even if you got a
everybody
free
playing.
ticket and you had to pay for parking, the parking would cost you more than what a concert ticket cost you 10 years ago.
Even if all that was free and they gave me free drinks and free foot rubs during the whole show, I still wouldn't fucking be caught dead at that fucking.
What if you were blown
Shit.
by Poison?
Ah,
Oh,
Still
no,
not.
I'll do
Nope.
that. I can tell Ricky Rocket can suck a mean cock. I bet you Bobby Dog gargles the balls. And CC DeMille craves the gravy. And Brett Michaels likes to be the catcher.
I was gonna say he's the catcher. Yeah.
That's
and
what
Joe
I heard.
Elliott pours sugar all over you while it's all happening.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what he's hiding under that do rag.
High and dry.
I did a Poison track by track the other day. It was the one album that's on Skinny Bop on it. My God, that album, right? Because I've heard the two before it. You know, they're the stupid, silly. But I got to tell you, I have a fun time listening to Poison because I think they are so much fun, but for all the wrong reasons. I think that, dude, it's like a Richard Pryor comedy album to me. It's fucking hilarious. But that one with Unskinny Bop, there's like 2 or 3 songs on there that's all bluesy and shit. Like, hey, look at us, we got integrity now. We're white boys doing the black man's blues. They had like a song called Poor Boy Blues or some shit like that.
Yeah, a bunch of the hair bands were doing that at one point, trying to be like a blues band and
And
shit. You know, I got into winery dogs, you know, and I really like them. And I never paid attention to Richie Kotzen before that, to be honest with you. And then I heard some of his solo records. Like, that's pretty good. And he's a really good player, very unique style. And then I'd never heard that record that he did with Poison. So I picked it up and was like, wow, this sounds like a Richie Kotzen solo record with Bret Michaels singing on it, because it doesn't sound anything like that. And I'll admit, I like some Poison stuff. I love the first album. I think it was a good, just sleaze rock record, you know. But when, you know, I've seen them in concert, I enjoy them. Whenever they play Unskinny Bop, dude, that's my bathroom break. I got to go. I can't stand that song. It's horrible. It's right there with Bang Bang You.
well, but I don't know. I get enjoyment from Unskinny Bop like I did on the first album. I think it's so stupid, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I
And
just
I,
never liked
but
that song.
you know, I don't like that first album, but the first album's hilarious, especially the last song. Mama, let me go to the
Let
show.
me go to the show.
And Mama said, "No way, son." N-O. And then my favorite part is at the end when the dad walks in. You heard your mother? Turn that shit off. Oh, like finally some sense. Finally somebody made sense on this album. Turn that shit off. And then there's another song on the Poison album where Bret Michaels like, take it outside. You know what song that is, Tony? They're at a bar. They're at Jim's Bar and Grill or something, right?
Play Dirty.
Yeah, he's getting a fight with some guy. He's like, take it outside.
This is on an album. They like.
I like that album. I haven't
any
listened to it.
Poison
I bet I
albums.
haven't listened to it in 20 years, man, or more.
I never owned one.
That's why you've been
Never
happy.
will.
Don't
I,
go
bo-
back.
I bought it when it was brand new.
Right on, Wayne.
Yeah,
Right on, Wayne. Talk
never
some
liked that.
sense. Speak it.
You know, there's video of me ripping a Poison album on stage. And what's really funny is that we used to rehearse next to this black thrash band called Devastator, who fucking rules. And they were at the show we played, and the bass player of Devastator was like, dude, why'd you do that? I would have loved to have that album. He was like a big Poison fan. This black thrash guy. And you know,
I like my sleaze rock now, so you know.
I liked Shot the Devil.
I don't consider them sleaze rock though.
Kind of
More
sleazy
cheese
glammy
rock.
rock type stuff.
More cheese rock.
Cheese rock.
I call it cringe rock.
Yeah, it's never
Yeah.
Or just suck.
suck rock.
Suck.
Have you ever seen the Poison video before they were famous? A song called Rock Like a Rocker?
Yeah. That's comedy gold.
Boy, you gotta see
That's
this
almost
video.
as good as the Cinderella the hot dog
Oh, yeah.
video.
Yeah, Cinderella did a hot dog commercial
Yeah.
for somebody selling hot dogs in Philadelphia. But
Yeah.
Poison did one, Rock Like a Rocker. And it's a video. It's like them, like, you know, Brett dancing.
Man,
That's
I gotta
before
look this up.
CC.
I
That
saw
another guy.
something on that subject. I saw something a few years ago about some band that Tom Kiefer used to have, like years before Cinderella.
Oh,
And they were
I
like this,
saw that.
like satanic. They did all this satanic imagery and stuff.
I saw
guess-
it, but I couldn't recognize who was Tom Kiefer in that picture, though.
He was blonde back then.
Oh, that's why.
But yeah, they were like, I guess they were doing the whole Motley Shout the Devil
There
type
was a
stuff.
chick. There was a chick in the band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They were
saw
like
the picture,
all
though.
satanic and shit. That's
I
crazy.
saw it the other day, and I was like, "Who's Tom Kiefer here?" Oh, it was the
Because
blonde guy.
when Molly was doing all that stuff, I remember people were like, you know, I guess you had like your Venom fans, and then you had people like Motley Crue, and they'd like and Ozzy, the satanic imagery, going back to that what we talked about earlier in the
You
Iron
ever
Maiden
saw?
thing.
You ever saw that old picture of Motley Crue during the Too Fast for Love days, where Tommy Lee's wearing a Venom shirt.
Yeah.
That's wild.
There's a bootleg album out of like demos or something, and it's got a picture of that, and it's got pictures of Nikki. He's got all the inverted crosses. Oh, so at the M3 festival last weekend, Todd Latour, Queensryche played. I didn't go to M3, but I saw pictures. There were people on one of the M3 M3 rocker boards on Facebook talking shit about Todd Latour because he was wearing an inverted cross on stage. It's like, so what?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I
You
seen
know,
him
but they
wearing
were making a big-
pentagram shirts and Slayer shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, but
definitely
he's
like
wearing an inverted
old school
cross. And
metalhead.
is anybody, speaking of which, has anybody heard the new Operation Mindcrime Part 3 yet? Has anybody tried to listen to the whole thing yet?
I heard a little bit of it, but I stopped it. And you know what? I was going to ask you guys if you wanted to do an episode on Queensryche. Maybe like
could.
an episode on Operation Mindcrime 1, 2, and 3.
Or just talk about Queensryche in general, because I don't know. I can't say much about 2 and 3. I haven't listened to yet, but I'm going to listen to it. Linda said she tried to listen to it the other day, and she just couldn't get into past the vocals on it. Just didn't do it for her.
I heard the first song, and though I liked it more than anything on Operation Mindcrime 2, that doesn't say much. You know?
Yeah. Even Ronnie James Dio's appearance on that album couldn't save it. You know,
It
did you
couldn't
see
save
the tour where they did both albums?
No.
Yeah, I have the
They
DVD.
performed them. They did both albums, and and they performed it live with some actors and stuff. And they had Ronnie on the screen playing Professor X, on the screen.
Well, actually, in the home video, he's in the video.
Okay,
He showed up for the show, but it's horrible.
I've never seen that. Yeah.
I like the song "I'm American." Now, when Queensryche opened for Judas Priest, Operation Mindcrime 2 wasn't out yet, and Jeff announced it on stage. Next album's Operation Mindcrime 2. There's a song off, and he played "I'm American." I was like, holy shit, that's good. And I still think that song's awesome.
And then the song was about the best thing on it.
Yeah, no, the rest of
there's another song. What's it called?
It's
Hands
not
or
on that
something?
album. What album's it on?
What are you talking
You you say it's not on that album?
No, it's on that album. I didn't say that.
Okay,
That's not what
I don't
said.
even
No, I
have
said,
it
I said
anymore.
there's
I can't
another
remember.
song, a song called Hands. That's another good song on that album. But
I
that's
don't-
about
I
it.
don't
There's
have-
nothing else.
I remember buying. I don't think I have it. I might have it. Let's look.
But I
do
couldn't
have it.
imagine
I can
listening
see it.
to
I still
3.
have it. It's over here.
I
thought I
can't.
got rid of it.
We just did that on our show. We actually were supposed to do a whole Queensryche discography. We haven't even finished it yet.
Well, we're gonna do it.
Oh, wait till you get to Fly.
Maybe next week.
Fly. What the hell's Fly?
Not Fly, but they had the song Fly. What was the name? Tribe. The album was
Tribe,
Tribe.
yeah,
They had a
but no, we
song
did that
called
already.
Fly.
We did that.
Ugh.
already.
Dude,
I have the demo. I have work demos from that, Wayne,
No,
on
you can-
CDR.
You can keep
their albums just got worse and worse, and the peak was the last
It
one.
is
they did
so
with Jeff.
so bad. So
The
bad.
last one they did with Jeff was like that took the cake.
It's
Whatever
called-
that was.
I only got the first EP and the first album, and then, like I say, with all that stuff is, if you look, what year did Operation
Rage-
Mindcrime come out?
Yeah,
What
year
up,
did that
up, 89, 88.
88.
Yeah, 88. I'm listening to Autopsy and stuff like that, and Queensryche looked so stupid to me.
You're right,
As
man.
Stupid
Those-
as Poison,
that first
stupid
E-
as Poison, and all those other bands were
No,
looking.
let's
I-
not go.
You've
They
got
just
the, you've
phrase
got
it
the
now.
best stuff, Count. You've got I mean that EP and the first album is
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
But
My
And
favorite-
I would
love
listen
Rage
to them.
for Work.
I'll listen to them and either make fun of it or whatever. If you guys want to do that,
The one thing that
episode,
did
I don't
bother me
care.
with- when
I
I
don't have
saw-
to like it to do it.
when I saw the Queensryche videos and stuff, and you saw them like singing, like Jeff Tate was singing with the microphone attached to his head. I thought that was stupid. It's like everybody else uses a microphone, you got yours attached to your
Yeah,
head.
Sammy Hagar does that. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I can see it like John and Raven because he's playing an
Because you're
instrument. When
playing.
you just
I was
walk
gonna say, yeah, if
around
you're a
doing
lead
your
guitar
hands
player,
like this,
If
I
you're
don't do
shredding,
this.
if you're shredding and singing at the same time, that makes
They're not
sense
doing
too.
that
You know.
yeah, that grabbing air like Steve Perry in the Journey video, it just didn't look right.
Like
Thoughts on the
Chris-
new what?
Chris DeGarmo looked cool with the little mic thing because he's a guitar
But he's
player.
playing guitar.
He's playing
you
guitar,
know?
Yeah.
but still, I still didn't like it.
Plus, it was all part of his Stevie Ray Vaughan hat that he was wearing.
Yeah.
And back then they didn't make it skin color, so you didn't have like the one that matches your skin. So you just see this weird blotch looking.
Yeah.
it's on the new
Yeah.
Crimson Glory album, Chasing the Hydra. I like it. I think it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I haven't heard it.
It's good.
Better than Astronomica.
Way better than Astronaut.
Did you
Uh,
see Wade Black has started a band called Astronomica now?
Yes, I have, and he should stop immediately.
They're like, this album's God right here. Right here.
Dude, I love it.
This
So,
album, shit.
hey, Ralph, how many songs is on that album? Can I see the back? Can you hold it back up?
It's a full album.
Okay, because I have it with a different cover that they released. It was because they found all their, originally that was a 7-inch single with 2 songs, and that was the album cover. Then they reissued it a few years ago, and it's the complete recordings. Matter of fact, I have them on CD here. This is I have it on vinyl and CD. They put that cover, and man, there's 2 discs. It's 26 songs on here. So it's everything they ever recorded is on this. And
I need
but
to
yeah,
get
that's the original cover there, because I got here's the bootleg CD that came out years ago that has that cover.
I
And
love
then
this
that
cover.
man,
That's the It's
look at
Alive.
he's-
It looks like the It's Alive baby grown up. Is what
Yeah,
looks
it does.
he's
Yeah.
eating a hand.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what I love about it. It's primitive, and
But that
not-
is one of the, I mean, it's nothing like what you would look at that and think it's some kind of crazy death metal band or something.
no,
And it's just
melodic.
like melodic hard rock. They're
Great.
Danish, it's catchy. All the songs, they do a cover of Temple of the King on there from Rainbow.
Oh, not on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, they do it on this. Yeah, they got the End of the Rainbow song. That's a good one. Yeah.
Well, I'm on this channel. I'm going to start doing an episode called Obscure Bands, and this is the first one I'm going to do. I'm going to tackle
Yeah.
this. I bought a Randy shirt with a shirt with this on the cover. I'm going to wait till that shirt comes in before I do the episode. So I can-
I've got a friend that's got a back patch of that.
it's like so stupid, and the band's name is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Randy.
You know what that means though? Randy means horny.
Yeah, well, I knew Austin Powers would say that.
Yeah.
But is that why they called it Randy?
Yeah.
It makes
There
it
was nobody in the band named Randy.
that makes
Because
it
I did I put in our conversation thread, I put the cover I made, I replaced the beast with Randy from My Name is Earl.
and I got this.
Cool.
Steve Wilson remix. It's better than the original.
That's what everybody says. I need to get that. I don't have that at all in any format, so I need to pick that up.
It is better than the original, but it's really not. It's still primitive as fuck. But it's still better than the original. Steve Wilson remix. Man, it's like you don't have to go to record store day anymore because I got this for $25 on eBay. That's how much it costs at a record store.
Yeah,
You know,
and
give
they're
or
making
take.
more of that stuff.
Actually, I
now.
think the
Yeah.
store by me had it for like maybe 30 or 40 though.
Of these?
Of that one,
No.
yeah. They had a lot of stuff still left over from that. I was surprised to still see that there. But Steve, what's his name? Steve Wilson. His mixes are really good.
Yeah.
I've been listening to
I didn't
like a
bring
lot of the Jethro Tull stuff, and he's remixed a lot of Jethro Tull's albums, and they sound
Well, I
really, really
got
good.
because of Dennis Turner Jr., my buddy, he got me the Steve Wilson remix of Aqualung,
Yeah, it's good.
and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It brings another disc with a bunch of songs I don't know, and then it
Ralph,
brings
did you buy the new Venom yet?
no.
I need to get that. Yeah. Last week I got Cast in Stone, the 1997 Venom reunion album. I got it on vinyl. It's a triple vinyl. I've been
Wow.
trying to find one for years and found one at a good price from Hey Suburbia. So I was
Nice.
happy to get that finally.
That on CD. Right on, everybody. Well, it's been a gas. We all saw the Maiden movie. We're like one of the first YouTubers to review this shit.
Yeah, man.
I think so.
We all went to the movies tonight, and I rushed home. I got here. I even said it. I'm gonna the earliest I'm gonna be home was 9:15. Dude, I got home at 9:15 on the dot. and ran to the computer, turn it on, but then I had to do a few things and
Took your
take
shoes
out
off.
garbage.
Take your shoes off.
No, I went barefoot. I went barefoot, man. I cut
Didn't
my.
move.
That's right. I forgot you stepped on the dog shit and the glass.
I stepped on
And the
dog
coals.
shit and glass.
And coals.
My
And
foot
vomit.
now. My foot now has AIDS.
The theater there is no shirt, no shoes. They just have the no shirt. You can't get in. They don't care about shoes. You can,
Yeah, it says no shoes, no problem.
yeah, no shoes.
That's the
no problem.
sign. No shoes, no shirt, no problem. That's what it said right there. Yeah. Anyway, it's been fun, guys. Next week, maybe Queensrÿche, maybe a bracket.
Maybe.
Who the fuck knows? Maybe an anniversary.
Maybe nothing.
Maybe a question and answering. Maybe we'll have your mom on. I'm talking to that viewer out there because your mom's a whore.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
His
caused
mom,
a
guy.
problem.
his mom's a
That
whore.
guy.
His mom's a whore, almost a bigger whore than that chick that's playing drums for Rush now. All right, everybody. Women's rights.
All right.
Women's rights to wash the dishes. You know what I'm
Women's
saying?
rights to rob.
Men.
They do have a right to wash the dishes and make sandwiches.
It's a man's world. I say this because it's a sausage factory. It's a penis gallery. You know
There's
what I'm saying?
not one girl in this chat.
There's no girls. My girlfriend's asleep by now,
Yeah,
so yeah.
she's not even here.
I'm gonna remind her not to watch this episode.
I see names like Aaron and Troy and
Well, Aaron can be a chick.
yeah, but it's two A's.
I knew a girl called Aaron, and she was kind of dopey, and we used to call her Aaron Head.
I see Bob.
True story, actually.
Yeah, I see names like, guys' names. No girls' names.
Anyway, where the white women at?
Not in here.
So thanks everybody for watching. It's been another exciting Almost Human with Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden episode, we all saw it. All four of us went to the theater tonight. And anybody buy popcorn?
Nope.
Yep.
They didn't have the exclusive
No
Eddie
buckets.
popcorn head bucket.
If they had that, I would have bought one.
I would have bought one too. Yeah.
I was saying
disappointed.
earlier before you joined, Tony, was they had what's that fucking
Mortal
video game?
Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. They had a bucket for that, but it looked like Senjutsu when I walked in. I was like, oh shit. I thought they had a Senjutsu.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys. Well, till next week, the Almost Humanoids. Oh, look at Ralph. The Almost Humanoids
Ah.